There's 433 people. It's this house that's got a picturesque window, and outside the window's water and mountains. It's just gorgeous.
Well,
but they're just
where's the house?
Watching it.
Well, as I saw one the other day. It's like somebody had a bird feeder out, and it just sits on the bird feeder. And they watch the chipmunks, and they want. It's like,
yeah, and there'll be thousands of people watching.
Yeah, go outside, people.
Yep.
I don't know where this one is.
There's all kinds of weird camera setups, like the rattlesnake den up somewhere northeast.
I feel bad for them going after that guy with the alleged Nazi tattoo, because I would get an SS tattoo, but just because of my initials.
Super Shannon?
Shannon Scott.
Super Shannon.
Super Shannon.
Sunset Superman.
Okay, now Tommy's live.
Oh, wasn't he earlier? He sounded pretty good.
Now let me see if I can connect.
I'm trying to find here.
Yeah, good luck. Here we go.
That's Red Pilled America, the storytelling show.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So basically on this warranty issue, we may have somebody call on it, but really, guys, you've seen this before. All they have to say is lack of maintenance. That's all they have to do. And then you're done.
You would think they have to have some proof, like lack of maintenance.
And there's a way to contest it. It's not a one and done.
Yeah, but
you think she should get
still
it over
the
to
arbitrator?
Your place, or what do you
Well,
think?
if she wants to send me the paperwork and stuff, I'll review it and look at it. Whatever Chrysler said, and the at least do an eye on it and see if we can figure something
might
out.
have presented it in a horrible way.
Hard to tell.
Well, and moreover, if you're going to send that stuff over to him, make sure you send him the contract as well, because there's all sorts of places where they try to duck and dive, and we actually really do need to read those.
There's a lot of verbiage, yeah.
Okay.
Did you approve a teardown for the Chrysler dealer to look at the engine? Is she still there?
Yeah. Did you approve a teardown? How did they find out what was wrong with it?
Well, they did the teardown, and that's when they found that the
but who paid for the
ring
teardown?
and the piston was broken.
Who paid for the teardown?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, so you're on the hook to fix this, whether or not they do it. You took the thing apart, and what you ought to do is document everything you see. Does the mechanic feel that there's excessive sludge on that car?
No, he does not feel that way. He feels that it's a piston broke and that it has to have a new engine. And I do have to say that AutoNation has been fighting for me and trying, but they've just run into brick walls everywhere they go. I have pictures also of the when they broke it down, and took pictures of everything, showing the scarring on the walls and everything that should be there for a piston brake. Mm-hmm. And it's all there.
And they're saying it's a lack of maintenance.
They did not say that. They said there's carbon in the engine.
Oh, that's
originally when they first called up the warranty company. Brian from the warranty company called me, and he said, "Well, you need to know that if we find any sludge or any carbon in that engine, we can't fix it. It's in your warranty. There's one line in your warranty that says
I know,
that."
and that basically that's going to cover
one line
everything.
In there. There's one thing that talks about carbon, but what it's resulting from in lack of proper necessary amounts of coolant, lubricants resulting, and it goes on and on. But I have the Carfax for the car, and you can see they did all the regular oil changes. They did all of the maintenance that they needed to do on the car. The car was not abused.
Okay.
And
but what do we do? Here's the problem. You're left to fight it.
They warranted.
Well, Kevin just said, let's get all that information. You got to get it over to them. You don't need to get the
There's
car.
There's got to be an arbitration clause. It's not over yet.
Yeah, but we got to take it one step at a time. Let's give it over to Kevin and see what he can do for you. Okay. I know this is a pain in the butt, but it's not going to be just one phone call and they're going to cover it. Kevin will take a look at it, and if they think you're going to fight it and that you have some horsepower behind you, they might think, okay, let's go ahead and do it. But it's going to be difficult. It's just going to be difficult. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Axe, let's give her Kevin's information so he can look at that. These warranty companies are always looking for reasons not to pay. They're not going to buy an engine for her. They're just not. I mean, they're going to fight tooth and nail. They had a piston broke. I mean, you know, what would cause a piston to break, by the way? What causes that? Or the rod or whatever broke?
Could be lack of lubrication.
Yeah, or overheating, or a lot of different things can cause it.
Okay, let's talk to Rocky. Now, this is a very unusual situation, and I have some pictures, and I'm going to paint the picture. There's a 16-inch culvert. It's like a big round concrete culvert. Okay, it's 16 inches diameter, so it's a pretty big drain pipe. And this drain pipe or irrigation pipe, whatever you call it, doesn't matter. It's a big pipe, and it's 37 feet long, where his cabin was built on top of it. Now, the culvert goes in underneath his cabin and back out again. And it just, for some reason, it was built on this culvert. Now the culvert seems to be clogging and failing, and it seems to be backing up into his cabin or failing that way. And he wants to know, what do I do about it? One of the best things to do, Rocky, first of all, did I spell that out pretty accurately on what's going on?
Yeah, Tom, you did. Pretty much. And what we really determined is about in the middle, unfortunately, there's a piece of the culvert that has broken loose and is lodged there. So it's restricting the flow. But I've tried everything I can think of to break that loose to clear it, because as you can see in the pictures, the restriction causes the water to flow slowly, and the sediment just keeps getting deeper every year. And I'm kind of to the point I really got to get that fixed one way or another. I'm either going to have to figure some way to get that cleared out of there, or worst comes to worst, and I have no idea why they built the cabin over a culvert, because that was a bad idea. But the cabin's got a concrete slab for a floor, and my last resort solution may be to just go to find where that section is, and tear up the floor and repair the culvert from above. But I just thought maybe some other expert.
Okay, here's what I want to know. How old is that cabin? How long has it been on there?
Picture of this.
1958.
1958. So the cabin, Mark, what it shows is a cabin sitting on a stone foundation, and you just see the culvert going right through it. Now,
why
is the culvert... Go ahead.
The guy we had in the other day, man, he fixes foundations. Wouldn't that be exactly what you need?
Well, he has to do more than the foundation. It's the culvert itself failing in the middle of the structure, in the middle, underneath the cabin. So, yeah, he could probably do that work. He probably could. He'd have to open up that floor and fix it like this guy's saying. Yep. But what I'd like to know is the culvert open on each end? You can see so you can...
Okay, it's slow.
Okay. Can you divert water around it, like not use it anymore? Can you shut it off and simply divert water around?
It's a community ditch that's used up there for, 15 properties that people irrigate out of.
Right.
I'm towards the end of it. So it's not not my ditch and it's not my water. I just can't shut it off. And
but if you didn't shut it off, what if you diverted it? What if you simply diverted it around your cabin and you built another 16-inch culvert just to divert and did a ditch around, you know what I'm saying, just divert it. Can you do that or not?
Maybe. That's a lot of work and expense. And I'll tell you, we farmed in the past. We've got farmer friends. And what a lot of these farmers do when they have a clogged culvert is they literally take an old tire on a chain or a cable and pull it through. But I'm afraid to do that, because if I do that,
you're trying to route it out, but you could get stuck or break it, or it could come up through your floor. So what I'd like to know is this: Do they have a ditch company that runs this irrigation? Sometimes when there's an irrigation ditch that everyone shares, there's what they call a ditch company or an LLC or some kind of a partnership.
It's kind of a dead ditch company since the property is no longer farmed, but the water commissioner allows us to use it just for irrigating our yards. But there's no official one, and the residents.
But what I'm saying is, here's what I'm getting at. This is not just your problem. This is a community problem. Even though it happens to be under your cabin, the problem is a community problem. It's their ditch as much as it is your ditch.
But he said they're not farming there anymore. So what's the purpose of the ditch?
Yeah, he said he couldn't block it off.
Everybody uses it for irrigating their yards up there.
Yeah, so are they willing to chip in to help fix this thing?
That may be something I'll have to approach, but I will tell you it's kind of a semi-retirement community. And a few years ago, we put up one of those mailboxes on the highway, and people fought over paying $50 for their particular pocket.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Rocky, this is not your problem. It's everyone's problem. It's a community ditch.
Hey, Tom, I was wondering.
Hold on. Go ahead, Dave.
Rocky, do you know if there's an easement that allows them to even run this ditch across your property? Tom, I'm thinking if there is no easement.
Yeah, but it's been there long enough. I think that's going to be out.
Yeah, and the cabin was built after the ditch was there.
And they built on top of the ditch. I think the ditch was there first.
Well, I don't doubt that the ditch was there first. But there is no if there is no easement that requires Rocky to maintain this ditch on his property,
no, I know what you mean.
Then he has leverage by saying, dude, I'm just going to plug it.
Question. Is there a survey that shows this ditch on your survey?
Probably I have to go back and look on the survey. I had it resurveyed.
I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if it shows as a common easement or a survey. Listen, somehow, somewhere, there was a ditch agreement. And it's somewhere, and the title company can probably dig it up. It's part of the property if there's an easement for a ditch. Now, if it's totally informal, where it's just been there and no one knows what they're doing, I mean, I don't see why you can't block it off. I don't see what makes you. What they would have to have a document that says that you can't block it off. You see, so they can't have it both ways. They can't say, we have nothing to do with this. And then you block it off and they say, you're not allowed to block this off. Then say, well, show me where I can't block it off. I would write to the people on the ditch and I would say, unless there is a written agreement to the contrary, I see nothing that authorizes this ditch to go through the middle of my cabin and for me to maintain it. So unless you're willing to chip in, I'm going to shut it off. That's what I would do. Just force the issue.
Tom, I got one more suggestion for Rocky.
What's your other suggestion?
Rocky, what part of town are you in? Where are you located? Where's this cabin?
No, this is up west. This is the mountains west of Fort Collins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in the mountains.
There with about 30 cabins.
Yeah.
And
I think
it's a very informal thing. There was an issue a few years ago. I talked to the water commissioner and he said, look, this is a dead ditch company. But I realize what you're doing. You're just irrigating lawns. But I will tell you, if this becomes an issue, I'm just going to shut it down.
And shut it down. I mean, what do you care if they shut it down? What do you care?
Well, because everybody in the neighborhood's going to hate us.
You know what? Then you give the neighborhood. I would have a meeting. This is what I would do. I'd have a meeting with them saying, look, this is unforeseen. The ditch company is dead. We obviously have a common ditch to maintain, and this ditch is underneath and needs to be maintained. Now, if they're going to say, well, you should have never built on top of it, but you didn't. Everyone inherited it the way it is. So everyone should chip in to fix it. They really should. And then you tell them, if you don't chip in to help fix it, we're going to shut it down. And then just because they can't stop you, there's nothing to stop you. That's the first thing I would do is a meeting. I have to take this break. 303-713-TALK is our number. Folks, what do you think about this? What would you do? By the way, speaking of water, waterpros.net, you want the best water systems for the whole house. You will never get better prices than waterpros.net. 303-862-5554.
Yep.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. Denver's talk station. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, still a fairly quiet drive. Northbound Parker at 225 had a minor crash. A little bit of a slowdown through the area, but not a big delay for us. 270 coming west up through Vasquez. I-70 west from Colorado to Brighton. A couple of slow spots there. I-25 has been actually a little crowded in and out of downtown between I-70 and Broadway, and we're still seeing a little bit of traffic around the spillway on 225 heading south back to I-25. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
Hey, if you want to get your air conditioner refurbished, you will never, ever get this deal for this much work for $39. That's because it's an introductory offer from Fix-It 24/7. For $39, they take a couple of hours. They take apart your AC. They take it apart. They clean every nook and cranny, put it back together, tune and adjust it, and give you a no breakdown guarantee. Now, obviously, they find something wrong, they'll let you know. It's the best $39 you'll ever spend. You know what? They do also free second opinions on any replacements you might need. So call the company that I use in my home for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, fixmyhome.com. Book now. Or call them at 720-526-3939. Fixmyhome.com. That's Fix-It 24/7.
40% of women.
Very nice.
Go to this link. I'm going to open that up. Create a link. Hold on. Create a link. Got it. Hold on. Where is it?
Insert tab A into slot B.
Go on. Add a camera. Click add a camera to OBS. Okay.
Is this how Bob Crane died?
Enter a new room.
Anyone?
Click start. It'll generate a link.
Hogan's Heroes?
Okay. Which one was he?
Remember that deal?
I remember Hogan's Heroes, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Bob Crane was the actor, played Hogan.
Okay.
Hogan!
Right.
And he was he had some little kinky problems there. Sort of like me, just like goofing around and filming it.
Ah.
And so he and his buddy would film a lot of stuff here and there when they'd travel and whatnot. And the buddy snapped and lost his mind about something, some argument, and beat Bob with a tripod in a hotel room in Albuquerque.
Add a camera. Okay, add a camera.
See?
He was talking about how, what's his name?
Bob Crane.
How Bob Crane got his ass kicked.
Who?
Bob Crane. Hogan from Hogan's Heroes.
Whose ass kicked?
Hogan from Hogan's Heroes.
Oh.
You on board now? Greg Kinnear did a Oscar-nominated performance in a movie called Autofocus, in which he played Bob, and I believe Willem Dafoe played the psychotic friend. Which makes sense. Well,
yeah.
It's psychotic. Hogan. General Bocata. I see nothing.
I see nothing.
I know nothing. You got to put the kink on the end. I think.
And we've circled back to the SS Tattoo.
Yes.
Welcome aboard the SS Tattoo. I'll be your purser.
Thanks a lot. And you also hear from Suze at the Tom Martino Show about schedule evening. Is this in the studio?
I don't know.
What, are you mimicking D?
Yes. You nailed that. That's funny.
Yep.
You might be the only one that picked up on that.
I am cursed with perception.
God, that is funny. When I mimic people, it's interesting. You can actually tell who I'm actually mimicking.
Wow. Unless you make fun of me, that one usually gets over my head.
Usually.
Making fun of me? No. I think you are.
But it was funny because when I told the wife I promised Suzanne some milk meat and I got some boar sausage, and I said, well, we were talking the other day too about buying beef off the ranch instead of buying it out of the store. You mind if I take her some a steak and some ground beef? And she says, is this the bread lady? I said, yeah. She can have whatever the fuck she wants.
Got it. Okay.
I married the bread lady.
When we're back from our trip, I'm gonna get back on my bread making.
Yeah, I love that.
God,
I'll
it
make
was
you some
good.
too.
She'll be working that yeast factory. What?
I'll have mine.
Thanks, Shannon. You sure have a way with words.
Wow. Thank
She's
you.
got Vagisil at the ready.
They're not even open yet. It'll be the first one.
Wow.
They open at 11.
Awesome.
Who are you talking about?
And I did the deluxe.
What are you ordering?
Arch Burgers.
Yeah, right.
Arch
All
burgers
around.
are gone.
Arch
They're
burgers
gone.
all around.
They fucking yanked them off the menu for making
Well,
so
if
many
you
people
find one on the
sick.
street, it is McDonald's. It's probably still good.
That's true. They do last.
Hang on.
Wasn't there guaranteed?
Hello, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. One Clear Choice Garage Doors on Car Day. It's apropos to talk about garage doors. I love this company. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. 24/7 service, the best service anywhere. For openers, for parts of the door, parts of the opener. They have these new openers with LED lights that light up everything, sidewinders, so the motor's over on the side. You don't have that overhead crap anymore. They have battery backups, time to close features, all the new stuff, Wi-Fi enabled for your smartphone. Hey, OneClearChoiceDoors.com. So what would you do if you had this 16-inch culvert and it's going through the center of your cabin and your cabin's built on it and it's clogged and all your neighbors use it for irrigation? There is no formal agreement that anyone can find. It's a dead ditch company. At one time, here's how it operated, because here's how they all operate. There's an agreement, and everybody says we're going to maintain this ditch, and we're going to have the ditch here. And I'm sure it also says you can't build on the ditch and all that. I'm almost sure it probably said that. But years ago, Rocky's not to blame. He bought that cabin. It was built on this ditch. Also, everyone uses it. And now in the middle of the culvert underneath his cabin, it's blocked, and he needs to know what to do about it. He can go. I mean, there are companies that can go and clean that out, no doubt. There are absolutely companies that have equipment to clean that out. So it's not but he says it collapsed, so it's going to have to be replaced. And I don't know if you can do pipe bursting that large. I know they do pipe bursting for 3-inch, sewer lines, 4-inch sewer lines in a home. I don't think they ever go to 16 inches. That's a full culvert. So I don't know how you would do a culvert like that. How would you replace it? When you pull it out, well, that cabin, I mean, that's a big, big hole underneath there. You would have to go inside it probably. You would have to do some kind of a replacement as you go. In other words, you make it slightly smaller and maybe push it through. Again, this one, you could do a metal culvert too. You could do one of those metal culverts that you put through, but you would have to, I don't know how you get it through. I mean, surely there are people listening who have experience, or they've seen situations like this. I've seen them put culverts in after the fact under a street, under a driveway, when a driveway goes over a ditch and in the country, and then they put a culvert so that ditch still drains. I've seen them go and repair those. but they usually have to dig it up. And, he can't dig up 37 feet of his cabin. And he says, what about repairing that one section? That might be the way. He might have to jackhammer the floor to his cabin, go down and fix the culvert there. But I don't know if that's the ideal situation. Stan, does he have a comment on this one, or is he just commenting on something else?
He just hung up.
He just hung up. Okay. God almighty. It's amazing to me how people call and hang up in 3 seconds. Anyway, I would like to know anyone with any ideas on what do you do? Okay. You got a cabin. It's a concrete floor. Underneath the cabin, you have running the entire width of the cabin a culvert that is probably made of stone of some kind, and it goes from one end of the cabin to the other, and it's failing in the middle. What do you do? Now, it was put in originally, not put in, but it was built, this ditch, by a ditch company, and the ditch company is now out of business. So I say, with the absence of a ditch company, if it was my house, I'd just shut it off. Just say no. I'd make I'd divert the water away with a little ditch, not a big ditch, but just, divert the water away and let it go around my property. But I would not preserve that ditch all by myself. It's not my responsibility. Now, granted, at the time the cabin was built, maybe the guy shouldn't have built it there. Who knows? Maybe he had permission to build it there. We don't even know that. Was it an open ditch before the cabin was there? I doubt the cabin was there and they put the ditch in after that and decided to tunnel under his cabin. But Rocky, what you have to do truly is address the neighbors. Everyone on that ditch, you got a right to, saying, we're all part of a defunct ditch company. Now we have a ditch that is no longer going to function.
They were bitching over the $50 mailbox. I don't see this going anywhere. This guy's in a bad shape.
Then he shuts it down.
Yeah, they'll sing a different song when the water stops.
He shuts it down. There's nothing, they cannot make him open that up under his house. If they don't have an agreement,
how would you shut it down? How do you shut it down?
Well, if I was him, the way you shut it down is the water's coming in from somewhere. You divert that water. You divert it with a ditch or a swale or something. You just, have an excavator, divert the water to a wide area. Just divert it. Just absorb the water or run it over somewhere. And then, so now it's not going through the cabin anymore. And then you just block off the damn thing. You fill it with sand or something. You just block it off.
Does that fix his issue, though?
Yeah, because his issue is the ditch failing and the water coming up through his floor. He's not going to have that anymore if he doesn't have water going through it.
Yeah.
So Rocky, I would first meet with them and say, look, it's not my sole responsibility to maintain this. Even though it's under my place, you may think it is, but it's not. And I'm not going to take this on. And unless you have a documentation to the contrary, there is nothing that is forcing me to keep this ditch open. Even the one ditch guy, this water guy, I don't know who you talked to. Who was that water guy that said, I'm just going to shut the dang thing down? Who is that guy?
That was the water commissioner in Mercer County.
Okay, is the water commissioner in charge?
He has the authority to do that.
Is the water commissioner in charge of ditches in general? I don't know. Is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And he acknowledges that this was an active ditch at one time.
It was.
And where did he say the ditch company went?
It just said it was a dissolved company. The people that developed that area and started selling off the cabin were the original owners that had the hayfield there, and they're the ones that built this particular cabin. They didn't build most of them, but they are the ones that built it. So I don't know that they needed permission because they owned the ditch, they owned the land,
they owned it. They did it on their own. That's why they can't hold that against you, Rocky. Anyway, that's what I would do. There's nothing.
What I was wondering, Tom, is you said you're sure there's companies that can remedy that. and I'd really like to find one, because even if I approach the people around us, I need to kind of have some kind of a solution.
Hold on a second. I got to take this break. We'll come back and figure out how to find a company right after this.
I wasn't paying attention.
I think the hour's gone, right?
Impact traffic.
Oh, yeah, probably. Let's see after you do your garage guru.
Crash, a little bit of a slowdown through the area, but not a big delay for us. 270 coming west up through Vasquez, I-70 west from Colorado to Brighton. A couple of slow spots there. I-25 it's been actually a little crowded in and out of downtown between I-70 and Broadway, and we're still seeing a little bit of traffic around the spillway on 225 heading south back to I-25. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast.
I'm Buzz Knight, host of the Taking a Walk podcast. Step with us into the world of music. I bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians. For one of the best music interview podcasts, listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Love the company Garage Guru, because they make your garage the envy of the neighborhood. You can make it a man cave if you want, because they have those gladiator cabinets, straight cabinets, rack shelving, slotted wall organizers. They can do a whole wall, overhead storage units, workbenches, tool storage, even appliances made in that kind of ironclad look, that gladiator look. And they also have, of course, polyaspartic floors, 20 times harder than epoxy, thousands of colors. You can even design your own color. And get this, a 2-car garage starting at just $29.99. 720-939-2448. I'm going to give you that again. 720-939-2448. GarageGuruDenver.com.
Thank you.
So where's that put us?
I'm getting a link here.
Nice.
Okay, let me know, Tommy.
We will be coming back halfway through the close music, so you'll have 12 seconds.
So it was the under.
Yep.
Damn it. I had you, Tom. I thought we'd have at least 28 seconds, but you fucked me again.
I mean, it'll be close to 20 seconds, but not over. Wow,
you have a microphone, bro. Is that
what the fuck was that? No, damn this microphone.
That was a
hate this
slurpy
mic.
one.
God. Did you break it again? Yes. Golly.
Dimitri fixed it.
I thought
Ever since Dimitri touched this.
I thought D said it was permanent.
He said
I know. I'm sorry, it's a different point of failure, Shannon.
Well, actually, it's a whole different story. You may recall Kevin and Kevin was there.
Now somehow you're involved.
Well,
Kevin.
Jesse was
it's Kevin's fault.
No. Here's what I'm saying. They listened a week ago today. They listened to your huge dissertation about how it was you that actually fixed the microphone, and now that it's broken after you fixed it.
So what he's referring to is when he brought me apart, and I fixed the microphone, that he actually fixed it.
Mm-hmm. No.
So
the point
to understand, the perfect analogy is a customer brings you a kit for a transmission, and you install it. He actually did.
I don't
you
even
understand?
Know what I mean. I'm just
the
saying
Napa driver does everything in this scenario.
I think what Mark fails to really grasp is the fact that I'm actually conceding that he's the one who fixed the microphone, based on his arguments of last week. Now that it's broken, he suddenly pretends like I'm the one who fixed it, after spending most of last week's show declaring himself as the fixer of this microphone.
No, now that I know you brought me defective parts yet again.
That's a different argument.
Yeah, I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah, well,
I know you are, but what am I?
Mark should.
I'm going to send you a link, and I don't know how you do it on.
Send it to help. Send it to help.
Okay, help at troubleshooter.com. You mean, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be an HTTPS, link. Okay, good. Help at.
So will this be the new link going forward, or just for today?
Actually, both of them would work.
And by the way, it is strictly illegal under Colorado revised statute to alter, block, or cut off a ditch if it interferes with flow to any neighbor's water.
Even if there's no agreement anywhere?
I'm just telling you, that's what it says. I looked it up.
But if the water commissioner offered to shut it down,
right,
he should definitely accept the
I'm
water
just telling you,
commissioner's
you
offer.
shouldn't be so willy-nilly about cutting water off to people.
Yeah.
You're all willy-nilly over there.
By the way, who else here grew up
He's
with their parents
willy-nilly.
using the
Come on,
phrase,
man.
the
Where's
world
my-
needs
that's
ditch
my
diggers
DoorDash.
too?
Whoa,
That's
was
the-
that like a hiccup burp?
My call
Like,
screener.
I mean, I know those are
What are you
very
talking about,
rare,
Tom?
but is that
Oh, no,
what
I'm
we
just
witnessed?
thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Which is dangerous.
Turn it off for a sec. What's that, Mark?
Was that a hiccup burp at the same time we heard from Tom? What was that
It
noise?
sounded like he was pulling a bottle out of
No,
his
I
ass.
don't do hiccup burps. I don't do hiccup burps.
Big celebration there at the
You
Martino
know,
house.
he said he didn't know hiccup burps, but he didn't mention the bottle.
He did not at all.
No, did anyone else hear that from their parents when we'd tell them something about our life's plans? They'd go, yeah, and the world needs ditch diggers too.
Yes,
did anyone else get hit with that one?
Yes.
Not from
Tommy,
parents,
did
but
you
from
email the
Caddyshack.
link?
Oh,
How's that? I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, he's trying to get the, what is that called?
oh crap.
The free college, the scholarship. And he's like, well, and the world needs ditch diggers too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, stand by. Quick transition here.
Open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and set sail.
iHeartRadio.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Okay, we're out of time right now, but we're going to come back and figure out
Facing
who
a job
does the
loss,
ditches.
considering a pension buyout,
Fabulous.
I didn't even get that out, for God's sakes.
Nope, you didn't.
All right.
That's okay, Tommy.
All right.
Hey, listen,
Now
you've
let me-
only been practicing 45 years, so.
Yeah, I know.
Practice show.
Actually, longer if you count outside of Denver, too, so don't even mention it. It's been so bad.
Can you, I want to know how Westwood, how'd you handle it with them?
Well, they
When-
had
when they had
my
600
God, you don't
affiliates
wanna
trying
know.
to come
you
back.
You don't want to know.
Okay, here's the link.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
now I got to put it up on the board. It's a URL.
All
It's
right,
a
let's
URL.
see here.
URL.
Okay,
I got to
here
bring
it
in a
is.
URL.
Okay.
You guys don't care about that
This
part
is
of it,
so
but
exciting.
I got to bring in a capture.
Are we ordering pizza? What are we doing? You guys want pizza?
60 seconds. Calm down, Becky.
You guys should try it, McDonald's.
I'm clicking
Yeah,
on
right.
the link, but it's just thinking.
The big arch burger.
I'm going to do the best I can here. Hold on. Let me just
It's
give,
okay.
Let me give the...
I'm learning.
What do you guys want this time?
Big arch.
Speak up.
Big arch.
Hawaiian?
Gross.
Extra fruit, extra fish.
5 meat and a Jersey girl?
Now, I have it here. I'm not sure, like I said, what it's going to do. I have the link up, though. I think it's up. Remote cam, it's called.
All right, I'll try again.
And it, I mean, I'm showing that I'm capturing it, but I'm capturing a blank.
Yeah, when I'm.
And I see it thinking.
Give me a
I
referral
just.
list.
Okay.
That link does work. I'm going to try that link again.
Including me being AJ for Rob.
Let me try that link again. I
We
tried
want
it
a
on,
marinara.
I tried it on my phone. Yeah, sure as shit. Let's see. Where is it? It's not coming up. It's just, okay, it thinks.
Yeah, we'll get this.
Just getting the circle.
Y'all
Okay,
are
I want-
always taking care of
I want
us.
extra cheese.
Hmm.
Isn't that
I'll
what
try
we
the
usually
link
do?
again.
Yeah, I don't understand. Hold on. I'm going to say I got the link, but it's not working. Hold on. Got the link.
Didn't we find out these Pudge brothers were a bunch of liberals?
What specifically is wrong with you? Do you know?
I just know how to get your attention.
God,
I saw you over there, and I was like, I bet I can get him back to that mic
actually
in 3
doing
seconds. Don't talk about his people. They're not liberals. They might be all kinds of things, but they're
Hey,
not
talk
liberals.
about extra capitalism on the side. They shut down. Well, they opened late so they could do extra work for somebody else.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
Hold on. Remote cam is the URL that you put in the browser, not in the camera. So I got to give you another link. Hold on.
Okay, I'll delete this one.
Somehow.
We want to get funky on
Link
the sauce
factory
guys
over
or
there.
just regular, right?
I'm open.
Whatever you want. I like extra sauce.
Somehow
Take
that
extra
OBS.
Sauce, let's get funky.
The OBS.
Let's get funky on the sauce. Ranch. Okay, so
Mark's all over his
marinara.
no carb life.
Is he?
God.
This
Going the
could
extreme
be.
the other way.
Wait, that's come to an end?
Now it's nothing but
No, it's
carbs.
not.
Yeah. Yeah, it has. D, it's come to an end.
Yeah, I did it. I dropped what I wanted. Now shut up.
You should try
We'll be
Hawaiian.
carving it in Alaska next week.
Create reusable
What are you
invite.
guys getting to eat over there for real?
Pizza.
From where?
Bubba's 33.
Oh, I'd put Pudge up against Bubba's any day.
Yeah, they.
You've never even had Bubba's.
I don't
Bubba's
have
33
to.
is.
Oh.
It's the bee's knees.
Hey, you're
the bee's knees.
Yeah, me too. That's how I know that they're the bee's knees. I'm qualified.
Just do away with
Isn't
that
the bee's
link.
knees a
I hope
drink?
their car doesn't break down and Dimitri's got to
Okay,
fix it.
now I got the right one.
Okay, I'm waiting for it, and I'll try again.
How do you possibly send the wrong link out of curiosity?
Because I sent the one that I put in OBS. I put in the receiver link.
Got it.
I didn't put in the transmitter link.
The old receiver link.
You should leave Tommy alone.
The old receiver link issue.
Help. So this is a new one.
That's not what I was thinking on extra sauce. But we'll see.
We're getting Archburgers.
You deserve an Archburger.
With extra meat.
With extra patty. Can you add an extra patty to that Archburger?
I've done that to the double quarter pounder before.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
A double quarter pounder is a big fucking good burger. Better than any
pretty darn good.
Archburger.
I've really kind of fallen in love with Sonic's Triple Smash.
Wow.
That's a lot of meat, man.
Is it a smash burger?
I usually also
Are
get a
they
hot dog
super
on the
thin
side.
though?
No, not really. Well, I mean they're smashed down.
You like
but
Freddy's?
it's heavy.
Freddy's
and
is
it's
the
always wet. Oh,
Wow, triple
good
smash looks good.
love good
Triple
wet
smash
meat.
burger.
Yeah, the best
And then,
burger used to be
then
Griff's,
get
man.
me that all-American
Griff's?
hot dog
Yep.
on the side.
Did you see what Dave H. was saying yesterday about the video on the ship? He's saying you can't stream live on the cruise's equipment, but you can on your own.
He's a moron.
Yeah, no,
He's
you
a
can't.
moron.
No offense, Dave.
It's still like it's $30 a day, but
Dave
you
H.
get
is a
And I'm
fucking
sure I
moron.
insulted all the other morons.
Yeah, no offense.
Tom, Dave H. is a moron.
No offense.
Okay, waiting on the link still. Let's see here. I know you're working on it.
Yeah,
No, I
modern
sent it.
cruise ships you can't stream
I
from.
don't see it.
Something tells
there,
me Dave
okay,
H.
I see it
is-
now.
Okay, Dave H. over under 75. I'm going to go over. He's over 75.
Oh, here we go. Are we
yeah,
in
that's not a problem.
business?
Okay, now I got to put the receiver one in for me. So I got to get that one. Hold on. I got to
Like
get.
the Delaney Hall stuff with there's worms in their food. Well, how do we know about this? Oh, because they're texting out.
Oh, I shouldn't be.
They're sending out lies on their cell phone. So yeah, no, that makes sense.
Got to take away the background.
They're not cut off from civilization there yet.
Oh, this is saying pickup. God damn it.
Got to go delivery. I almost made that mistake last
You got to deliver your pudge.
I just can't believe these guys are liberal.
Hey, they share a wall with a cigar store. I need you to add about a dozen Cohibas to that order.
Cohiba, baby.
They're up. You know where the place is. They're up here next to Micro Center.
Yeah.
There's the Dam Grill.
Yep. I haven't
and a
been in there
cigar
for
store,
years.
and then Pudge Brothers.
When I owned that Goodyear, we'd go over there to lunch occasionally at the Dam.
Hell yeah.
Now I have it. Did you put it up yet?
Yeah, I'm rolling on my end.
You are okay.
Do you see us?
No, I did the receiver, and I should be seeing it soon here. I did the receiving link.
45 years strong, solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Deputy D in the house here. Major Marc Mager at the main studio with his guest. Mark, take it away. What you got?
Well, it's car day, 303-713-8255. Of course, we're doing everything else we do, going after the bad guys and helping people out. We got a list of people on referral list They're absolutely amazing. The other thing with Rocky I wanted to mention, I would still call up, what is it, Terran Construction? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Terran Construction.
Yeah, on our referral list. I mean, this guy might be able to go out there and at least eyeball what needs to be done. But I was reading a lot about ditches, and I don't think you can legally just start stopping people's water flow in a ditch in Colorado. You might end up in trouble by doing that, Rocky.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
man.
No, thank you. That's kind of how I feel with it. And I will tell you guys, number one, you solved a problem for me 2 years ago. I seem to have the oddest problems, but I was the guy that the post office refused to deliver to because they said you can't have two addresses in the United States. You remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that call. Hi, Rocky. I didn't realize it was the same Rocky.
And then
how did that turn out? That piqued my curiosity there.
Rocky, is your last name? Do you have a weird sounding last name?
Dimitri. Yeah.
What about Dimitri?
Got a hold of somebody deep in the post office, and she fixed it.
Yeah.
And I guess there was kind of some arguments and whatever, but you guys got it fixed. You guys seem to have magic fixes sometimes when nobody else does, and it's kind of what I was hoping for this.
I'm glad we could help. And the post office was actually really great to work with in that matter.
Yeah, it sounds like you got right true to somebody.
You know what? Just because we helped him out last time, I want to go out of our way to help him out this time. Dimitri, I want you to grab a shovel and start heading to Fort Collins.
Well, I was thinking about doing that because, Rocky, I don't understand why you think you have to go through the floor. If the fact that it's a cabin implies that it's got a very small footprint, can't you just burrow in from the side instead of ruining your
37 feet?
It's only 37 feet.
Well,
37 feet, man.
That's the thing. If it was close to one side or the other, it'd be easier. But it's just almost magically right in the middle. And I spoke yesterday to a culvert manufacturing company up here in Greeley. It used to be big, not our manufacturing, but somebody else. And they didn't have many solutions either. And he's the one that said you might have to take part of the floor out, put a sleeve in, concrete over it to seal the new sleeve, kind of like Tom was talking about, a little tiny bit smaller, but it would fit through the existing culvert. But I have to get that obstruction removed before I can really do much of anything.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think
somebody. I'll call your guy on the referral list, but I've yet to find.
Yeah, talk to him. You might be able to send him a couple pictures, but the guy's a whiz with any kind of foundation issue, and that's basically what you got.
Right.
Okay.
It is a foundation issue. That's true.
It's such an odd. It's an odd thing, and I don't know why they built it that way. And honestly, I don't know why my parents bought it that way. But this is what I'm stuck with.
Yeah, I mean, they bought it they must have known it was there when they bought it, right?
They did, and I don't think my parents thought it was a big issue, and it hadn't been they bought it in '88. It hadn't been an issue for 30 years, but it is now.
Okay. Just let us know what our guy says. That's the best we can do. Just right now, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Did we have a comment on that as well? I think somebody wanted to comment on it. Let me try to get to it if I can. I'm trying to get to my people here. Deputy Bo had a comment. Deputy Bo, what were you going to say on that?
Yeah, I know a little bit about ditches. I have a ditch that runs through my property, and he could get in trouble if he blocks it off. But what Rocky could do is contact the state water court. They're in Greeley. It's a separate courthouse just for water issues. And I can tell you, even though it's abandoned, water in ditches is a very valuable commodity. And I'm sure that if they're out of business or changed hands, that I'm sure that easement got assigned to somebody. And if he wants, I could help him with that because I know the ditch riders.
Why do you think it got assigned? Why do you think it got assigned to somebody?
Well, water traveling through a ditch water's a valuable commodity. What do they say? Whiskey is for drinking and water's for killing. I mean,
yeah, but it sounds like just a bunch of neighbors got together and had a ditch. This guy built his cabin, and then the ditch company just over the years just dissolved.
Well, what they did is probably dug a lateral line from the main ditch, and if the neighbors got together and dug a lateral from the main ditch, then they could certainly, if that's true, then he could certainly just plug it off with no issue. And then the ditch company would probably like that because they would get more cubic foot per minute down the main ditch.
Yeah, but it's not one of those ditches, Bo. It's a localized ditch, he said. I don't think it goes to it's not one of these ones where you buy ditch rights along the way and it goes like a mile. Didn't you say, Rocky, it was just a little local community that runs it? I think he might have hung up by now. Bo, I think it's not one of these major irrigation ditches where you buy rights to the ditch. It's not like what you're thinking. And the ditch company, as I understood it, were just a few homes on it. And they got together and did this ditch for irrigation. So I don't know. It's just a mess. And, he's going to have an expense on his hands for sure, because they're going to say, we're not fixing, if we have to dig up your concrete floor, we're not fixing it. So, and many a times these things happen on just like mining claims. They're not real. I don't know if they're deeds or not. They're like mining claims, these cabins, hunting cabins people buy, and they run into problems. Anyway, thank you, Bo. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. For some reason, I'm getting a bunch of texts here, so I wanted to let you know that I will get to your text, but we'd rather you call if you can, and that's 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255, or 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. By the way, somebody did say, Tom, you were talking about diseases and making fun of the media and how they're on it. Did you hear about the new flesh-eating fly? It's actually not a fly. It's a larva that gets into meat. It is real. And they found one livestock, one head affected by this. So what happens is this flesh-eating larva, which turns into a worm, it has to lay eggs in the meat, okay, for it to contaminate the meat. People, you get it by these same larvae coming to you and spreading to you. It's not necessarily spread through the meat itself. So you have to actually be in contact with these flies that lay this larva.
Lunch.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but people wanted to know about it. So if you have a wound or a cut or anything like that, they have to contaminate it. Let me just shortcut it here. The chances of this flesh-eating thing getting into the population are next to nothing. Okay, they fly, they lay eggs. Sometimes, if you're camping, they might lay an egg in your nose or ear or mouth or some body opening, and that's how it starts. And then you get this flesh-eating disease.
It chooses an orifice.
That's exactly right. Or what I call
a screw worm.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. Yeah,
it's basically a maggot.
Yeah, it's larva. I guess.
Well, maggots are larvae.
Yeah. Okay, so it is a maggot, I guess you could call it. Oh. And in any case, it's not contagious.
Don't people eat those for diet sometimes? What are those things people eat? Oh, tapeworms. Don't people eat tapeworms to try to lose weight?
Hell no.
Yeah, they do.
That would be crazy.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You're saying they actually do it on purpose to lose weight?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be nuts.
Yeah, well, I don't recommend this plan, but people do actually do that.
Okay, so it's a flesh-eating fly that lays eggs, and you have to be contaminated by the fly. It doesn't go from person to person. So the biggest concern is basically not being around where the outbreaks are and controlling the flies. And that's at the feedlot. So we don't have to worry about that. So that's not something where you're going to wear your mask when you're out jogging and ward it off. Okay. So you don't have to pull out your mask. I know you can't wait. You can't wait to wear that mask. I swear to God. I know people. Do you know people to this day still wearing masks?
Oh, Tom,
I see them all the time.
I see them downtown every day, walking along or driving alone and
in their
wearing
car
a mask
with their mask on, or running in the park and they have a mask on. What they're protecting themselves from, I don't know, because they're not protecting themselves from their own stupidity.
So So the tapeworm diet, you swallow pills or cysts containing tapeworm larva.
Then
once in the gut,
yeah,
the worm matures, attaches itself to the intestinal wall.
My God.
Where it feeds on the host's digestive food.
Then how do you get rid of them then?
I don't think they thought that part out. I don't know.
I'd rather spring for the GLP-1 shots.
That's probably a little safer.
God, this is crazy. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Mike has a follow-up, and James has a comment on water. Let's get that comment on water first. James, what's your comment on water?
Hey, Tom, good to hear from you again. Hey, we live in your favorite county, Werfeno County.
Werfeno. I remember Werfeno. Yeah, I made fun of Werfeno. That was fun a long time ago.
Hey, they had a spring in the western part of that county that fed half the people of the county water. They could date it back to 1870. Somebody complained about that ditch. The Water Commission shut it down because Colorado's so strict on water. If he can't prove whose water that is, where that water comes from, and he gets the commission involved, they'll shut that water off. I guarantee it. That's how they work.
I think they already
That's what the guy said. Yeah, he said they would. So back in the day, there was a guy that was ripping people off, and he lived in Werfeno County. Or Werfeno County was ripping. Something happened. And I said I was going to call county seat or the building or the capitol or whatever the hell you call it. And I called to talk to the county commissioner in charge or the manager, whoever it was. And I swear to God, it sounded like I was calling some guy on his cattle ranch. And I often made fun of it, and I made this sound effect. County capital. And that was, you remember that, James?
I remember that too, Tom.
That's cool. Must
have been 20 years ago.
Yeah, at least 20 years ago. We have more coming up. And by the way, renewhomeinnovations.com. Beautiful porcelain showers, Italian porcelain. They have hundreds of different hues and colors. They can do your customized walk-in shower with perimeter drains, no doors, beautiful walls. And they do this in 2 or 3 days with a year to pay, with the 1 year to pay with no interest, no payments. renewhomeinnovations.com.
Yep.
Falcon Stadium hosts a historic America 250 celebration on Saturday, June 20th. Experience PBR Space Cowboys, presented by the United States Space Force. Family-friendly fan zones, military tributes, flyovers, parachute landings, and a spectacular drone finale. Enjoy a live concert with Grammy Award winner Tim McGraw and multi-platinum artist Chris Jansen. Tickets on sale now at PBR.com.
You get into an accident and you're thinking, oh, God, what do I do now? I have to make an appointment. I have to do this. I have to fill out paper. No. All you have to do is call John Fuller. It's that simple. In fact, if you ask to talk to John Fuller on the first phone call and you like what he has to say, he'll give you all kinds of free information and free legal advice. If you like it, he'll get started on your case from that very first call. No need to make an appointment. No need to wait weeks and documents and all of that. He gets started right away. He has his team start working to make you whole again, to get back what you lost and to prevent further loss. Give him a call. Don't waste time. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. That's John Fuller.
John Clayson,
nice.
Financial, they loan out over $2 billion every month because they are the bank. They are the lender. If you need a home loan for a new purchase, maybe a cash out to pay off high credit card debt, or even a reverse loan or a line of credit. They have it all. Lower fees, and on top of that, great interest rates. Call John. He's one of the big dogs around. By the way, they loan out. John loans out in every state. 303-577-7206. Call him now, 303-577-7206, or partnerinlending.com.
So can he loan in Puerto Rico?
Hey, Suze, are you listening?
I don't know.
It says when you hit the camera link, you have to hit start as well.
I did.
Oh, well, you did? Why? Damn it. And I'm
yeah,
not.
Do you want me to redo it?
I don't know who would load
Yeah, okay, because I'm up on the remote cam, but I'm not showing you, so I would like to try it again.
Let me go grab it again. Hang on.
All right. Yeah, disconnect it and connect it again.
I don't know why I care if they could lend in Puerto Rico, but yeah, they sure can. They got to register to operate there just like a state. No, standard federal loans, FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, blah, blah, blah. You too can own part of the rainforest.
I can have a star name.
Reusable link. I got that. And then reusable browser. Let me just put this in the browser and see what happens. Copy. Copy. Browser.
Wouldn't it be funny if we just heard an explosion over there?
Okay, Tommy, I restarted it.
Okay. All right.
Yes, exactly.
Sparks.
Fire truck.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't touch it.
Damn, I don't know why that's not.
I can only hope they leave their pizza on those same rocks again.
It's probably a stock photo.
It probably is.
You know, we had one other person have a problem the other day when I was here with my son. We were doing something and ordered food, and they
had
tried that.
What was the problem?
He couldn't find the house, and every now and then I get a moron that can't find the house, and it's so clearly marked, and everybody else finds it.
Even Bo.
Yeah, but you're blaming the wrong people. It's GPS's.
It's not picking up. Why the hell is this link not working?
That's strange, because it's working fine for me now.
So now you can see your camera and everything, right?
Yeah, I've got it all lit up for you and ready. I shared it and all that.
I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do another one right here. I'm going to do it.
We're trying, Dave
Local
H.
file.
Trying what?
Local
He's
file.
like, can we see the studio camera? It's like, we're working on it.
I want to see a Dave H. cam.
Local file.
We
I
don't
bet
want
it's
to
in black
start
and
letting
white.
in a lot of viewer cam.
He said he's a techie.
I can't.
That's how he knows all
He's
about
not a techie. There's not a techie in the world that doesn't think you can stream from a cruise ship. They've got these things that fly in the air and deliver people around the world too. And guess what? You can get internet on those as well, Dave H. Well, except for Frontier.
Front to rear.
Front to rear.
And whatever, JR, she about broke the internet this morning with her new Toy Story song.
Oh. Remote cam. Okay. There.
All right. I don't know if this is going to help, but we're coming back.
It's probably not going to help us.
Nope.
Home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
Hello, Tom Martino here with Major Marc Mager. We got Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission, Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Autotech. Mike's got a follow-up. I'm not sure what he's calling about. Let me find his call. Mike, what's going on in your life? What's happening?
Hi, good morning, guys. Thanks for taking my call again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I took
is
my.
Is this the transmission?
To, what was that?
Is this the transmission?
Yeah. I got called back just a little bit ago.
Okay. This is a 2017 F-150 10-speed transmission. You had it rebuilt for $6,000 and they can't seem to get it right. You took it back 3 times. Jeff Vick weighed in on this before and said, he has no idea what could be wrong. What have you found out so far, Mike? Is it back at the shop? Where is it?
No, I still have it. I had to take it to another shop for a second opinion. They pulled the coats on it. I managed to get the light back on. It was a gear 10 incorrect ratio It indicates the TCM detector transmission is slipping or failing to fully engage 10th gear. It's a harsh, jerky shifting. Check engine or wrench warning light comes on, loss of power, and unexpected engine revving. It also starts out in 5th gear when I'm at a stoplight. It won't shift down to 2nd or 1st gear. I got to turn the truck completely off to get it to reset.
Jeff, what do you think's going on?
Well, I mean, it could if he's getting an incorrect ratio in 10th, that's basically the computer saying I'm seeing a slip. And so it's getting scared and it's going to default solutions.
Yeah, see, so what does he do?
Well, without me taking it apart, I don't know what the actual issue is. I mean, it's obviously internal. It sounds like they built it into the unit. I'm not saying that they intentionally did anything wrong, but something's not gone right. Even getting and we've talked about this before. The quality control of parts themselves can be an issue. This could be a manufacturer's problem.
Yeah, my invoice says it was a installed rebuilt transmission. So the shop they just picked it up and. From a rebuilt facility or Ford or wherever, and they just put it in the truck. They didn't go through it.
And I think we mentioned it before. At that price point, I don't know where the heck they got that unit.
Yeah, $6,000. You said that's pretty difficult to rebuild that for
cheap.
$6,000.
I mean, that'd be way on the bottom end. And if they didn't build it in house, then they obviously bought a unit. They're going to create a markup on that.
Okay, so what are they saying? Are they saying tough? This is what you get. I mean, what are they actually saying?
Well, the shop Ram Transmission gave me a 100,000-mile warranty on this unit.
Yeah.
It's my primary vehicle. They won't help me with the rental. It's been there 3 times already. The second time they said it was the trying to think of the name of the part they had to put in. And then the third time they did a software update is what they said. They're having problems with the software from Ford. So they did that after the third time. Sent me on my way, and it's still doing the same thing. Do I go back a 4th time, or do I go to small claims court at this point?
I wouldn't go back a 4th time. I mean, I wouldn't. Why bother? They're not doing anything. They just don't know what the problem is. Is that it in a nutshell? They just don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm just wasting a lot of my time.
Well, take it somewhere else. Jeff, would you be able to analyze it, or is it taken all apart now, Mike? Is it taken apart or not?
No, I'm driving it. It's just giving me these problems. I can't even go see my
Jeff,
son.
if he drove in with all these problems, what would you do?
Just given the history on this one, I don't know. I'd probably end up scrapping the unit that's come out of it. I don't know what all they've built into there, what all they've changed. We'd probably actually source another unit from Ford that's going to be more expensive. Like I say, depending on.
So he gets nothing for this one. This one has zero value.
He would have to go back, and I mean, yes, you're going to spend more money, and all you can really get back from this other transmission shop is what you paid them. So you're still going to be out of pocket over and above, even after you recover whatever you paid them.
Okay. Yeah, I looked at the loss for small claims court. It's like $7,100.
75.
Yeah, but if all they charged you was $6, that's all you can you can go after them for.
You can go after them for this. For you didn't get any value. How much did you spend total with them so far?
It was over $6,000, but I mean, I had to rent a couple of cars, time off of work. I mean, this is costing me quite a bit.
I'm not sure how much of that other damage you can get, but you can certainly go for it.
Yeah, all they can do is tell you no.
But you need to do a small claims court. They absolutely. I mean, what I don't believe is that it's not working, and they're not saying anything to you. They're not offering your money back. Are they saying we have to try again? Are they willing to try again, or are they just throwing up their hands?
Well, the owner, Tony, he told me to bring it back next Tuesday. I told him I don't get off of work till about 3:30 in the afternoon, and he said, well, you could drop the key off, and we'll have it, probably a few days. But they're going to try to do it again, fix it again. But this is the 4th time now. It's a major inconvenience for me.
Okay, so they
bought this unit. Why doesn't he reach out to whoever they bought it from and get it replaced?
I don't even know how he got one for $6,000. How did he do it?
I'm sorry?
How did he do it? How much would that cost, Jeff?
Well, like I say, I mean, if I go to Ford to buy a unit, depending on, his package and whatnot, those things, you're looking between $9 and about $10,500.
Yes. Wow. So is this a used transmission they bought?
It must have been. It says remanufactured on the receipt.
Yeah, it sounds like used to me.
And it's also got a transmission leak. There's a fluid leak on it now, too. I got to point that out when I take it to them on Tuesday.
Okay, you're still going to work with them. Go ahead and work with them. But, man, this time around, they got to be able to fix it. You have a warranty for how long?
100,000 miles is what he said he'd warranty it for. It says it has it on my invoice.
100,000 miles? All right.
Yep.
Well, what good is a 100,000-mile warranty if they can't fix it, though? So let's...
Yeah, and how many times do I have to come back?
Yeah, that's the problem. And by the way, rentals and stuff, they're not going to be responsible for that. They just aren't. No warranty company pays for rental cars and any of that stuff. They have courtesy cars, but I wouldn't waste my time on that. Just try to get the damn thing fixed. Listen, I'd be anxious to see what happens when I'd like to know what they say this next time. Let us know. Keep us informed. I have it marked down here. And see what they're going to do for you. And then let us know. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Warren, you got a real quick question on scrapping a transmission or a car. Which one is it? What do you need to know?
I got a piece of crap Nissan Sentra. The transmission went out. I've called you on it before. I'm to the point I've only owe $1,000 now, so I'm going to try to get it paid off. But I just want to know where to scrap it.
You literally want to scrap it. You want to throw it out. The whole car.
Yeah, because it's not worth spending $8 to $10,000 for a new transmission that's going to fail again in another 50,000 miles. So I wish Nissan would do a recall or something, but they won't. It's a 2017 Nissan Sentra. I've called you about it before.
Yeah. So what does he do with it, guys?
I was upside down in it.
You can throw it up on Facebook or something and just tell them these transmissions, see what you can get out of it.
I mean, even easier than that. There's so many of these donation sites.
Sure.
You just call them up. They come get the car for you.
Yep.
So you don't even take it anywhere. They just pick it up and they'll generally write you some sort of
drivable,
check.
right?
No, the transmission is gone in it.
Oh, okay.
Not even drivable.
Okay, well, and you just want out of it. You say you're upside down. Do you have a loan on it?
I do, and I'm almost paid off, though. I only have $1,000 left. I've been paying extra on it every month to try to just get rid of it.
Oh, man, what a drag that is.
I can't even drive.
Guys, that wouldn't have any scrap value at all. I mean,
it's
used stuff.
Probably it's crush weight. I mean,
couple $100.
Yeah, I mean, if you get, we buy junk cars, you'll probably get, like he says, $200, $300, maybe $400 for it. A couple of years ago, they had a little bit more value because there was a huge push for the catalytic converters.
Mm-hmm. So
I just don't think it's worth spending the money on a transmission for it.
Right.
Right.
You might be right. I don't know if it is or not. How many miles on the whole thing?
Oh, just a little over 100. That's it.
Guys, what do you
think? For sale and just tell people it needs transmission as is.
Yeah, there might be somebody who'll do a transmission for it. That's what I would do. Facebook Marketplace, they're used to junk. Just tell them what it needs. Be honest with them and tell them it's free, for God's sakes. I mean, I'm sure that someone who knows how to do some work might pick that up and put a tranny in it. So that's probably what I would do. 303-713-TALK. Got to take a break. 303-713-8255. Get your calls in if you have a problem, question, or complaint. And don't forget Compass Insurance Group, free insurance checkups. Find out if you're paying too much for your coverage or if you have a great deal, they'll tell you. 303-996-9000.
Yep.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver.
An iHeart radio station.
Ryan Schuling, Tom Martino, Michael Brown Reloaded, and Dan Kaplis. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, we're still enjoying a pretty quiet ride here in the city. Now, we are dealing with delays in northern Colorado for anyone that's driving in between Berthoud and Meade. This is north of Longmont, south of Loveland, but traffic's been tied up pretty badly. They're replacing 8 separate bridges over the next few years, and this project will continue to cause headaches for motorists. In town, you'll see a little bit of traffic on 270, I-70 west over towards Brighton, and I-25 coming in and out of downtown's a little sluggish. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
I love talking about Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. I've known him 30 years. And, right away I said, you're Frank Duran, the real estate man. .com. And by the way, he will buy or sell any property faster and better than anyone, okay? He just does it. And he's a negotiation expert. I want to brag about him because his outbound marketing, when he lists something, is incredible. He doesn't just put a sign up and wait for someone else to sell it. You need to engage his services. And to show you what he'll do a free analysis of your home and what it will sell for in today's market with no obligation. So call and find out. 303-920-1622.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm asking my AI again.
Yeah, let me know if there's something I can do.
I know. Okay.
I can even reboot the phone if you want.
The cam has been started on the remote link. And the receiving link is not getting the signal. I also tried the link in a browser.
Character actor James Handy died Wednesday at 81, period. An interesting and horrible story.
I turned off news altogether.
I turned off news altogether.
If the view link spins, OBS is innocent, the stream right. To verify the guest is actually broadcasting, have your co-host open the push link and tell you exactly what they see after pressing start.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, so get out, and then it says...
Let me grab it real quick.
It says push the link, and then see what exactly do you see after pressing start. The good news is Mark's camera's strong at home, still on.
I saw that. We got the dogs running around.
Okay, so Tommy,
Yeah.
I'm going to your new link.
Yeah.
And I'm clicking on the new remote cam link, and then it's share your camera.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Then the camera comes up, and I'm supposed to hit start.
Link. Okay, then share. Then
But
start.
I haven't. Yep. I haven't hit start yet. Do you want me to hit start?
Yeah, hold on. Let me tell. Well, let me tell it. Okay, hold on. I just wrote what you saw. It sounds good. Sounds correct. Share. Okay, allow share and help. Yep. And it says, and your view still spins. It's going to be one of these. Hold on. Red connector indicator. Failed to connect. Open the invite link with cellular data and check it. We've never had this problem before. Those links just work. Let me go and try it again. Let's just see. I'm gonna do the link
Still doesn't have
I'm going to do it.
We're trying.
Wonder what the deal is.
I don't know.
Side is
we
fine
have
now.
the link. The link is generated, and it just isn't. It isn't. So okay, the browser link. I'm going to take that and put it. I'm even putting it in a straight browser, not even OBS, and it's just not picking up a picture. Nothing. It just spins.
Well, I haven't hit start again, so let me know.
Yeah, hit start. Start.
Okay. And then mute the camera because that gets all weird.
Yeah. These links are very simple. They just generate a receive and a transmit, and you use and that's all they are. And you have the link, I have the link.
That was quick.
Oh, geez.
Guaranteed.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so basically, we've had any number of problems when it comes to transmissions. And for some reason, Jeff, it gets down to where the same pattern. I've looked at, I filtered some transmission problems, and they all filter down to the same type of thing, where the shop simply can't find the problem. Well, why? It's not magic, is it? I mean, what is it that they're not doing in general? When you troubleshoot a transmission, are there problems you just can't fix? They hide, or the origination or the problem is not evident? What do you think, Jeff?
You know what, Tom? It's Sue's here, and all three guys have stepped out running for... Oh, here comes Jeff. He's listening.
Okay,
Go
no,
ahead,
I was
Jeff.
just curious.
So
what do they
from what I
do?
heard in there, you were asking if there were problems you just can't find. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Like what is it that they're doing that they can't fix it? What is it? Do they?
I mean, sometimes you do get one that's just problematic for you. I mean, it happens to everybody, and not just in the transmission industry. I'm sure, every shop has had that problem child you just can't seem to get to go away. I mean, you can go anywhere from, bad diagnostics, overlooking things, a lot of times it's the simplest answer and you've just gone right past it and you're working on a more complicated problem that you don't need to be touching.
Now, transmissions themselves, they don't have diagnostic ports, right? You go to the main diagnostic port.
No, you go through the OBD2. So, so you're going to be, obviously, like you said, looking at codes and whatnot, but that's only a starting point. So then you get into graphing. We go over and we're actually watching the transmission work when it receives a command. How does it respond to the command? If something like a torque converter clutch, if it's being commanded for an 80 RPM slip, and we're seeing spikes going up and down and up and down and up and down. Well, we've got a mechanical problem there that we have to attack.
Walter, let's take Walter real quick with your 93 Taurus. We'll at least get these guys thinking about it, and I got to take a break. What's going on with your 93 Ford Taurus, Walter?
Well, right now, it's not shifting out of park.
Oh.
When I start the engine or whatnot, it won't shift back, but it's got a 2-click thing. If you click the first click on the ignition or whatnot, and then put it in neutral, then it'll start. So
so you can't get it to start in park, you mean?
Pardon?
You can't get it to start in park?
Well, if it'll start, but it won't go into park.
So wait a minute. How do you start it? Do you start it in park or do you start it in neutral?
Well, it'll start, but it won't go into park.
It just rolls away?
Go anywhere.
But when you're starting it, what are you in when you're starting it? If it's not in park, what are you in?
Well, that's what I'm saying about the strange thing about it is that the first click on the ignition, if I click that, then I put it in neutral.
Okay.
It'll start. Then I can put it in park.
Do you know what he's talking about, guys? Hey, let's take this break. We'll come back and noodle it. We'll figure it out. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-8255. Genesis, TotalExteriors.com. Get them for the recent hail damage. They'll walk your property, everything on one invoice, from the roof to the siding, windows, decks. Genesis, TotalExteriors.com.
Yep.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, we're still enjoying a pretty quiet ride here in the city. Now, we are dealing with delays in northern Colorado for anyone that's driving in between Berthoud and Meade. This is north of Longmont, south of Loveland, but traffic's been tied up pretty badly. They're replacing 8 separate bridges over the next few years.
So
this project will continue to cause headaches for motorists. In town, you'll see a little bit of traffic on 270, I-70 west over towards Brighton, and I-25 coming in and out of downtown's a little sluggish. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Red Pilled America is celebrating the country's 250th anniversary with stories about the nation's founding. Up first, our 8-part series, What's an American? Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
That's what they
the
do
storytelling show.
Every single time. They go the wrong way. Every single time. They go all the way up Parker Road. Now he's turning around up here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, he's going to Bubba's. That's Bubba's.
Yeah, I think that's...
Oh, that's him going to Bubba's.
Gravina's?
What's that?
Gravina's?
Right now?
Please, you're on the air.
Oh, I am. Okay. Gravina's. You know what I love about Gravina? First of all, they have 50 brands of windows, so they're not going to try to sell you just one. Really, beware of companies that only have 1 or 2 products. That's all they're going to offer you. Gravina's 50 lines of windows, multiple lines of siding and doors. They have energy efficient products, low maintenance products, and they have products that'll add value to your home with a company that'll be around to service it. They've been around 65 years, 950 West Evans. That's Gravinas.com, 303 Gravina. Now you want to talk about heritage. How about Fix It 24/7? Now, I've known George for many, many years, the owner who started this, and he says, you know what? I wanted to bring the best company to fix things. Yes, we can replace, but we want to fix things. We want to make things last. That's why they do this $39 extreme clean, tune, and check of your AC for new customers or for people that haven't had it done. They want to brag about their company. So you pay $39 and you get a couple hours of these techs taking apart your AC, cleaning every nook and cranny, putting it back together, tuning and adjusting it so you add life and efficiency to the unit for just $39. That's a coffee bill for the week. That's fixmyhome.com. Book now, 720-526-3939.
Yep.
Some voodoo donuts.
You heard me talking about my food?
Yeah, everybody did.
Oh, that's wonderful.
No, don't get me wrong. I like them, but I
can't
control myself. So
well, how am I supposed to know?
Because you don't hear anything coming back from the station in your headphones?
Well, yeah, I do.
I won't even.
Not when you were talking about. There they go.
No, I
again.
didn't that time. You're right. I didn't have return audio that time, so I'm going to blame you.
Oh, no, that's okay. Oh, yeah, you're definitely much better at this than I am. So
if I had return audio, I wouldn't have talked when I heard the return audio stop.
There was no return audio because you were the only piece of shit on the air at the time.
But I would have heard the return audio going into it.
You were on the air.
It's the kind of pizza I liked as a kid.
Not the whole time.
Only while you were talking about the guy missing your house. You were on the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And nothing was bad. I was
How's
waiting
that
for you to
Bubba's
say,
33
these
treating
fucking
you?
morons don't know where my house is. Let me give them the address again. Here's the specific address.
Yeah, here it is.
And then I was going to let you say that on the air, and then I was going to tell you.
Did you actually give them the wrong address?
No, I never do. I never give the wrong address.
You always give your password on the air, but not your address.
Yeah, he literally did that. Didn't you have it ordered to, like, I don't know, your treatment facility one time?
Yeah, the chemo center. I sent that infusion center lunch more times than I can count.
Ah, they're like, oh, Tom must be ordering lunch again.
Fantastic.
How many refunds have you had to get from Uber?
I don't know. A few.
Dimitri, what kind of pizza did you get?
He can't hear you.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Oh, I already put some red pepper.
Yeah, see, sometimes I can get it and sometimes I can't. I can get some good whistles and sometimes they're all.
I love it.
That Parmesan in that box is
super sweet. There we go. That was a better one.
Oh, I heard that echo at Tom's house.
How long do you think Parmesan lasts?
Is there enough time for me to go to the bathroom? It was raining.
Longer than you think. How long does it take to actually make it? I mean, by the time you actually get it, it's old.
It's true.
It's not even all Parmesan. It's more filler than anything, isn't it?
I don't know. I'll tell you what, I like that cheap craft shit, though. I like that better than the fucking grocery store style.
Not me. I like the shaved.
Yep, I like the
Parmesan, the big flakes.
I bought one the other day that was very similar to a Parmesan. It is slightly different. It's good. But man, trying to freaking grate that shit, holy crap, it's like freaking taking a piece of 2x4.
You know what I did? I bought one of those Olive Garden Parmesan.
The little cranker things?
Off of Amazon. It works so good.
There you go.
Oh my God.
And the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. We are fighting for you when we're not ordering pizza on the air. And welcome to the show, 303-713-8255. So with a 1993 Ford Taurus having issues like this, he said, and again, Jeff, did you understand, or Kevin, did you understand the sequence of events? He says that he gets it started but can't put it into park. And I don't understand that because I thought it had to be in park to get started.
Well, you can start it in park or
neutral. Yeah.
But I'm trying to picture exactly what it is he's doing or having a problem with. I'm just not grasping that.
Yeah, and does it happen all day, Walter, or just the first time you do it?
Well, like I can get it started once I hit that first click, and I shift out of park into neutral, then I can go into the other to drive or reverse or whatever. But it has to, that first click has to shift it down. So it's got to be the linkage there someplace, I would think.
Yeah, there's
right?
a shift interlock that'll keep you from coming out of gear and different things. Probably just something in the switch, either adjustment or a new switch, one or the other. Even a brake switch.
Does a brake light switch have anything to do with that?
Yes.
Well, it does, guys?
Yeah. That's the shift interlock. It's actuated by the brake pedal.
So it wants to make sure you have the brake on when you switch gear?
Yes.
From park?
Correct. And then, by putting it in neutral, you're bypassing that so you can get into the other
And
gear.
I've often wondered about this. There are safeties if you're driving along so you can't shift it into reverse, right?
Yeah, they're not supposed to. If you're doing anything over about 3 miles an hour, they're supposed to have a shift inhibit.
Okay. And the same with park, putting it into park?
Once again, there's supposed to be a shift inhibit. The theory is you don't do that, though.
Okay. So, Walter, it doesn't sound like a big deal. Were you trying to fix it yourself?
No. Is Kevin's, is that on Colfax and Wadsworth?
Yeah, it's just west of Wadsworth, yes.
Exactly.
Okay, so 303-455-7242?
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, well, I'll bring it down. I'll give you a call first. Huh?
Good.
Thank you very much, Walter.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. 303-713-8255. So I have a list here, if I can find it, that I looked up, and they're coming out with the bad cars for this year already. I'm trying to find the the worst, not the worst cars, but the cars with the most complaints this year so far. And let me just say, oh, here it is. Here's the thing I don't understand. Why electronics give people such a hard time? Is it that they're making the cars so complicated nowadays? Or is it the learning curve? Is it the operator is what I want to know. Do you think a lot of this is the operator and then they're just complaining because they don't understand it?
No, I mean, there's some legitimate complaints out there. You know, there's the constant joke about what mechanics think of engineers. But there is a lot... Although the vehicle itself is better than they used to be, they seem to not take that extra step for the quality control.
Yeah. Okay. Jeep Grand Cherokee so far for 2026 has the worst record so far for issues, chronic electrical issues, below average reliability, numerous recalls, ongoing safety investigations, and a recent airbag recall affecting 419,000 vehicles. The Jeep Grand Cherokee. So what do you guys think? Do you see a lot of them? Well, if they're new, they're going to go back for warranty work. But what do you think of them as a vehicle?
Well, you know, Jeep has always been a mainstay as far as making sure your wallet stays full.
Yeah, I know. And people swear by them. The next one, guess what's number 2 on the list? The Jeep Wrangler. Significant recalls, including battery fire concerns, poor reliability scores, many owner complaints, making them number 2. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
And bacon on it, you must have added.
I didn't. Oh, I am. Okay.
That's not. I know. I like it better this way.
So there you go. If you want to nibble around the edges.
That is the Jersey Girl for sure.
Well, the Jersey Girl generally doesn't have Canadian bacon, and that did. That's why I asked. I was like,
never ate.
Mark?
Do I look Canadian?
Hang on, he's got.
Dimitri's trying to talk to you.
Got pizza in his face.
Yeah, he's trying to.
Oh, please, 3, 2, 1.
It's like talking to. Go ahead, D.
Hey, Mark, I spoke with the gentleman that you referred to me about that referral list.
The electrician?
Yep. And I'm wondering if you might be able to join us Monday at 2:15 on the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Awesome.
Just bug me before.
Well,
Okay,
I just sent you an email about it because it is you who knows how to create the Zoom meeting. I don't. Is that something you could put together and send us all a link for 2:15 on Monday?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Don't do that during the meeting because we're professionals.
Since when?
Yeah.
Well, not
Who are you talking about?
Starting Monday at 2:15.
Who are you calling a professional?
For a brief period.
Those are fighting words.
So, Mark, if it's not too much...
He expected me to show up with a collared shirt the other day.
What?
Oh, silly person.
A collared shirt for what?
Everything you got from Costco.
I didn't expect it. I was just lamenting the brief pass, you know,
when he had the
passing.
movers in. He thought I'd dress up for the movers.
Well, I did. Hey, so... if
You're
you
lucky
could...
I didn't wear my new suede suit, baby.
So, yeah, if you could create that Zoom link and send it to me, I'll distribute it. They're going to have about 3 to 4 people from their side on the Zoom.
Did you send me an email with that, and I'll create it when I get home?
Yeah, I just sent it to you before I even spoke with you.
Oh, let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure we're on the same page.
And I'll distribute the link to him, and he'll distribute it throughout his organization.
Okay.
He was...
So you want me to send it
We're
directly
gonna have
to
to
them?
tell your parents
me.
to shush.
And then
So
I'll forward it.
Do you want me to send it to all 4 of them or just the one of them?
Send this... Well, don't we all use the same Zoom link to attend the meeting?
Yes, but do you want me to send it to them?
No. What I said 3 times is if you could please create the Zoom link and send it to me, I'll distribute it to everybody.
Hi, Mark. Can you join us for a Zoom at 2:15? And then it's got how am I supposed to send it to them? I don't see their emails.
Not to them, for the love of God.
Awesome.
I give up. All right, so if you could do that, then I'll remove the sticky tape from my computer's camera, and I'll be ready for 2:15. He was Tom's electrician.
He doesn't get it.
And if you own one, or thinking about buying one, or planning to sell one, then you need to understand what's actually happening here. So let's start with the numbers. The median attached home price in Metro Denver right now sits around $390,000. That's down about 6% from last year. But zoom in on specific counties and the story gets uglier. So Denver County condos dropped.
Could go live from his cruise while we go
days
live
on
from
market
our
have
cruise.
stretched from 45 to 60 to 90 plus days. Nearly 35% of listed condos required a price reduction before finding a buyer. Compare that to single family homes where only 18% did. The price alone doesn't tell the full story, though. The real crisis is what it costs.
Playing a really loud video. I can't hear you guys.
That's on June. You said June 15th.
No, Monday.
All right, this Tuesday.
Mark, you are mean. He's mean to you, D. I don't even know why you put up with his shit.
I can just see D at the end of the day after dealing with Mark sitting in the corner of his house kind of quaking.
Shaking. Yelling at small children.
His cat at night. Oh, Mark was so mean.
I'm gonna run him down with my town car. He was Tom's electrician when Tom lived in Franktown.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was just telling me that.
That's got to be, that's 05-ish. He did something very unique to that house. It was a big house. I want to say probably 4,000 to 5,000 square feet. He added a house onto the house. He literally added a house onto the house.
As you do.
Like a guest house?
No,
it was 7,000 when I started, and it was 14 when I got.
Oh my God!
Holy cow!
He added a house onto the house.
Wow. 14. Like he added more than a house.
I had no idea you got it. You remodeled or extended it that much.
Yeah, and then added 3-car garage.
You didn't do that on the basement, though, did
you?
You
added a 3-car garage to the garage you already had?
We extended the footprint, the whole basement, too.
14,000 feet. That's huge. There was a ton of kids, though, there at the time.
Damn, this fucking thing. This is just not working. So it asks, Suze.
I'll try again if you want. What do you need?
I'm gonna send this to you. What my AI was asking when you hit the start, does the URL stay on that original link, or does it redirect you to a page showing that you're connected?
So I click on the link and I have two options: share your camera or share your screen. So I hit share your camera.
Got it. And
it says start, and then there's video source, audio source, and audio output destination. So I'll hit start.
Right.
And then I just mute the camera. Yeah, it's all there.
Wow.
It's got to be a bad link.
Yeah, I mean, we can try now scrap all of them and I'll start all over.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to start.
Yeah, let's get it figured out.
Yeah. So we can always have a backup one if we need it. Let me try another one. It's very simple. This site just generates them, and I don't have any control over it. So let me just go and do a new one, brand new from scratch. Just be done with all of the others.
Hey, D.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of town that Wednesday.
Oh, that's okay. It's going to be on Friday.
Okay, finally you're coming around. Where's that pizza at? Hey, can we get an update on the missing pizza?
No. It's not missing yet.
Oh, it's there.
It's here? Oh, God. I'm going to go before the squirrel's here.
And D, Mark needs those email addresses.
D's beelining it for the pizza. I like Tom on air describing that nobody can find his house anymore. God, that was funny as shit.
Although I don't have those emails.
Kapla Show, afternoons 4 to 6.
Friday at 4. I got a good question for you. Why do you think the lefty moderators of the GOP debate only asked about abortion once, very quickly, at the very end of the debate? Join me at 4.
45 years strong, solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. We got car day today at the studio. Marc Mager. Who do we got going on? What do we got going on?
Jeff Vick, and of course we have Sheridan Auto Tech, Kevin Calkin with us, and we're taking all of your car calls along with everything else. I also got Suzanne here. We got a full house. Dragons on the other side, and then of course Axeman. Did you find that pizza? Did that pizza ever get delivered?
Yeah, the pizza. The pizza was delivered. I'll never forget the one time, though, that the person couldn't find the house. I know they couldn't because I saw them driving all over the place on that little map. And then I get a picture of a box, literally a pizza box, a picture of a box from overhead. It's like it could have been on Mars. They're supposed to show the address or something. But one thing I have to mention.
And then the lady said it wasn't her fault. It was GPS's fault.
Yeah, she said that's right where the pin center. And I said, okay, okay, so therefore no one's going to eat it. It's for the squirrels. And here's the thing, though, I never realized this with DoorDash. It's very easy to get your money back. You just complain and they credit you immediately. I mean, I wonder how many people do that and cheat, because they really don't ask unless they checked out that delivery photo and they saw there was no reason to contest it because it was a picture of a pizza box. In fact, she could use that box for the rest of her deliveries. And I always find that funny how they take a picture of the delivery. Obviously, I think the delivery has to have some context. Your front door, your address, your sidewalk, something recognizable, not just a picture of a box. You're like, oh, here's the box. It was delivered. So what do you do in a case like most of the time, I would say with I'm going back to this 93 Ford Taurus. Those shifters get old. Don't they get old? And the little micro switches get old. And I mean, that's an old car, right?
Yeah. Cable stretches, bushings wear out, all kinds of stuff.
And all of that has to be meshing for it to start and switch gears, right?
Yeah. And now you have the problem that it's a 1993 Ford Taurus and there's not a whole lot of parts, support for that.
That is something. Let's talk about that. In general, as far as manufacturers go, literally manufactured parts or even aftermarket parts that are manufactured, how old do they get? I don't think they ever go beyond 10 years, do they?
Oh, yeah, they definitely go beyond 10 years.
They do?
A lot of it just depends on the popularity of a particular part or car. Obviously, I mean, you can still go out and get something for a 1967 Mustang. But if you try the same thing for a Pinto, you're going to have a lot less luck.
Okay, got it. It depends on the car. But in most run-of-the-mill production cars, how long can you depend on a factory for parts, do you think?
The factory, less than 10 years.
Okay. Then aftermarket, a little longer?
Oh, yeah. I mean, right now we're still getting stuff for vehicles that were built back in the 80s and 90s. It just really depends on the vehicle you're working on. A 2002 Volvo automatic, I'm not going to be able to get all the parts I need in order to actually rebuild that thing.
And that's where the salvage yards come in, right?
Well, even then, if you get a transmission for a 2002, it's a 2002, and anything you find is going to be loaded with miles.
Now, if you do get a transmission from a salvage yard, what about the parts inside of a transmission? Are they all proprietary for that specific transmission, or are there any gears or any things that can be can be used?
There's very little that can be taken out of one transmission and used in a different model of a transmission. So, but in the same respect, if you've got two turbo 350s, GM's favorite transmission for a lot of years, almost everything in there can swap case to case.
Okay. By the way, not sure if somebody was listening to this on the air or off the air, because we talk off the air and we're streamed off the air. But Mark was right that people do eat tapeworms for diets. Now, come on. Do you actually buy them? You buy baby tapeworms and you eat them for your diet. That's what this. So, Mark, you were talking about that. What I want to know is, where do you find the tapeworms? Where do you find them?
Whole Foods.
Oh, come on. What, in a jar?
No, I don't know where you find them. Probably from that quack that sells a red light therapy to people.
Yeah, true. Now, this guy says this guy with the cabin and the culvert got a lot of text. Basically, they're saying, look, all he has to do is divert the water around the cabin, and it's good. He doesn't have to put in a culvert. He just has to dig a ditch around the cabin for the water to go when it's being used. Again, I say that no one should have to, maintain that singly. That should be a community thing, just a community thing. So 303-713-8255. Got a few car questions here. I think I'm going to them. I'm trying to find them from today. I just had some texts. Okay, here we go. Got it. Okay. This is not for the. Okay, what's the company? Okay, have we had any luck getting extended warranties to cover something when they first said no? They mean the car experts. Have you guys had people when they say no because they have an issue and they want to know what did you do to get them to change their mind?
It depends on the decline. I mean, if the decline was due to something that somebody said, you can't undo that. So, in other words, if somebody says that, yeah, I overheated the car 7 times and they decline it, you're done. You can't go backwards on that. So it just depends on the facts and the reasoning. That's, they're all different, every one of them.
Okay. And Kevin, if somebody buys a car as is and they take it to you, so you're going to go through and you're going to tell them what's wrong with the car, what kind of codes have been cleared, and basically what to look out for. They can still buy it as is, but they're going to at least know what that means, because they want to know. First of all, here's what they want to know: should I buy a car as is and take it over to Kevin? Here's the thing, really and truly. If you don't buy a car as is, the only warranty that counts anyway would be the factory warranty. So even if somebody says to you, one of these buy here, pay here, or these other schlock dealers, they say you have a 30-day warranty. Unless it's a return warranty, what good is a warranty? It's not like a manufacturer's warranty. I mean, Kevin, if I take a car into you and I said I bought it down at Joe Schmo's place and I have a 30-day warranty, what does that mean to you?
Nothing. And it's 30 days, but no pre-existing condition. So they're all pre-existing at that point.
Exactly.
So, they did it backwards. Instead of buying it as is with a 30-day warranty, check it, then buy it as is with a 30-day warranty.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that every used car purchase should be looked at as an as-is purchase. Every one of them. That's the way you should view them. And then you should have them checked out as if they're as is. Don't depend on any warranty given you by these schlock dealers. And I call them schlock. I'm just talking about just hole-in-the-wall dealers. They don't stand behind these warranties, or the warranties that they sell you. Those warranties suck. You hear them on the radio all the time. You hear them on TV all the time. Don't buy these extended warranties or these service contracts. I love where they say at the end, never pay for a covered repair again. Get that covered repair. And what is a covered repair? Well, you're going to have to go some to get a covered repair, because they're going to blame everything else under the sun. First, the normal wear and tear they're going to blame. Then they're going to blame something like a pre-existing condition, or they're going to blame owner abuse or lack of maintenance. These are the same old songs over and over and over. They know that most people aren't going to have the records to fight them. So I'd like to know, truly, how many people have had truly big repairs done, no questions asked, and really, really made out with one of these one of these extended warranties or service contracts. That's what I'd like to know. Mike, you have a comment on a taxi cab from a concert. I don't know if anybody takes taxis anymore. I thought they all took rideshare. In fact, I'm shocked that taxis are still around. Mike, what is your comment?
Yes, Tom, yeah, I took my wife out to the Morgan Wallen concert, and after the concert, there are taxis still out there. The first one we asked for, he would refuse to give us a ride to Highlands Ranch. The second one we got into, and he didn't even put it in the meter. He demanded $250 for the ride.
What? Where were you going?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. Highlands Ranch from the stadium.
No, wait. From Highlands Ranch, from the studio, you were going home.
Yes.
From the stadium.
And it was a metered taxi cab, and he didn't put it in the meter. He wanted $250 cash.
Well, what'd you do?
For a ride home. I got out.
$250.
I bet when Uber surges coming out of like a football game, the Broncos,
they're expensive.
I bet it's $200 to $400 all day long.
Yep.
Oh, come on, really?
For the surge fees, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The point that I'm saying is that it was a metered taxi, and he didn't put it into the meter, and he wanted cash. I mean, it's just
it's shady as hell.
Well, did you get his taxi ID number or something to report him?
Didn't. We just got out of it, and we fought.
How'd you get home?
Took a light rail, but it's just light rail.
Wow.
So I just wanted to share. That it's like, this day and age, you think that they would know better, especially with they're controlled by the PUC. I mean, they're not supposed to do that.
Well, how was the Morgan Wallen concert? Was it good?
It was awesome. We had great seats. Except for the piano, I mean.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
What happened with the piano?
Yeah, we went to. He flipped the piano on stage because he had there was some audio video.
Yeah, he got pissed. Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest thing that I didn't like was the speakers. They have these large speakers hanging from the stage that were blocking the screen behind. So it really interfered with that part of the show, and I don't know why they would have done that, because it was terrible, that part. And the sound system, the vocals were hard to understand. So those were the two issues. Other than that, it was great.
Wow. That's unbelievable that was $250 freaking dollars. I've never heard of a Lyft or an Uber ever being that, unless you're going to San Francisco or something. I'm just kidding, but really and truly, that is incredible. So you got out of there. How much did it end up costing you to get home?
Well, we just took the light rail home. So
okay.
It's just yeah.
All right. Well,
we
thanks.
Just got a ride at the other end at Mineral, so.
Thanks for calling. Have a happy weekend at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Remember, he'll do that market valuation free of charge for the asking. That's Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. He'll tell you what you will clear when you sell your home, what you'll net, and what you can afford to buy if you want. And that's all a free service. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Mark wants to take Euro.
All right. How much time do
iHeartRadio Earth is here with a new
5.
Our beautiful planet. Reduce your impact on the environment this fall by packing a waste-free lunch for school or work. Avoid foods with excessive packaging. Use reusable cutlery, napkins, cups, bags, and containers, and recycle or compost any waste when possible. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
DenverRepipe.com. Those are Euro Plumbings. That's one of their websites. But property managers, I'm talking directly to you. Whether you have 2 or 4 units or an apartment complex with 100 units in it, it does not matter. If you go to that website, DenverRepipe.com, you can get immediate pricings, and you can sign up and get immediate service whenever needed. If you're sick and tired with dealing with different plumbing companies that screw you over as a property manager, maybe they can't get out there in time, maybe they're charging too much, I promise you, go to DenverRepipe.com. Here's the other great part about Euro Plumbing in this website, though. Other people can use it too. You don't have to be a property manager. You can just be a homeowner. And if you do need repiping, whole house repiping, of course they use PEX, and they do it cheaper than anybody. Period, anybody. And it's also turnkey. They do the walls, the drywall repair, everything. Denver Repipe. DenverRepipe.com.
Do you know what I don't like? Product.
For Swiss spots now?
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy.
He may have walked away because he asked how much time was left.
He's eating pizza.
So there was this call that came in. Mark, do you remember this on Monday?
What is it?
It was a Brakes Plus issue. I guess Tom told her to take it to Honest Accurate.
Yep, I remember that call.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So she just called and told Axe before she hung up. She took it to Honest Accurate, and let's see. She says that they ruined her vehicle. Allegedly, she can't use her e-brake, and they tied her brake cables, and the noise still persists.
Who? Honest Accurate?
Yeah. So she says Honest Accurate ruined her car.
So this will be the fourth company that has now ruined her car, if I recall.
Well, she hung up, but Axe was wondering if he should try to call her back, or do we even want to expose poor Honest Accurate with this?
There is, of course.
Are you hearing this, Axe?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to comply?
Just say, hey, Tom really wants to talk to you about this again.
Okay, I can try, but she didn't sound like she wanted to be on air.
Then why'd she call?
Okay.
To complain. Bitch.
I predict the brakes are not actually her problem.
I was predicting that Monday.
She ruined the car.
Yeah.
They ruined the car. She has to throw away the
remember
car.
she said it would only, is this the one that would only make a noise when she started driving first thing in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nut.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now poor Jessie.
Mm-hmm. It's too bad she didn't make the sound like that lady with the invisible sound.
I think Dragon has that one.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Didn't you go on a test drive with some lady that heard some thing?
That was the same one, wasn't it?
That's what I did.
And I couldn't hear a thing.
But Dee could hear it.
And she,
Oh yeah, I heard it.
I couldn't hear a thing.
And then I found a guy at Mile High Honda who could hear it too.
Are you seeing each other?
Soulmates. That's what soulmates are made of.
Book club.
Tom, what'd you think of the pizza? 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, it's good. I like Bubba's.
Oh, I love Bubba's. Not just like. This is the best one we've got so far.
I wonder. Yeah, I've never heard of him before this.
Yeah, neither have I.
Hunting. Before Anthony's became dead to me.
Anthony's becoming dead to everybody.
Nobody likes Anthony's anymore.
Yeah, we had it this past weekend.
Man, they ruined a wonderful brand and a great business.
At your house or something?
Yeah.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're a traitor.
Well, it wasn't mine. It was, people coming over. It's like, I would grab pizza.
Just walked into the neighbor's house, and there it was.
It's actually the wrong address, and they delivered it to mine, and I took it.
It says right here, it sounds like you're experiencing what a lot of people have experienced with Anthony's Pizza. A major dip in quality. Many Denver's locals and review sites share the exact same frustration, saying new management shifts, dry crust, skimpy on the toppings.
Yep. Cold pizza, unreliable delivery.
Too many rocks.
Yep.
Pizza. I wonder if it's still there.
We don't even know where it is, though, D. How do you check?
Well, many
There's several locations.
Yeah, many photographs have geodata embedded in them. It's called the EXIF file. And almost everything that takes a picture includes that file by default, unless you turn it off like I did.
My
of course you did.
The one location I used to use is gone.
I think he probably wipes down the gas pump
He
after it's
doesn't
done, so
realize
can't
I
find
can
his-
pull him up on my phone anywhere he is.
I'll tell you, man.
D?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
The one thing people make a mistake in is they dispose, like, when you gas up the car and you throw away the garbage, they'll throw their old Kleenex and stuff in the garbage with their DNA data.
Oh.
What do you do with your Kleenex? Your dirty
What
Kleenex,
makes you think
Steve?
that you're so interesting that somebody wants your DNA data off of a freaking napkin at a gas station?
Well, I'll tell you, and this will make perfect sense. What if they want to commit? What if they want to set you up for a heinous crime? They'll go over there and
it's the old heinous crime
and do some kind of an axe murder.
Tom Martino here with Major Marc Mager and the gang. Car day today. What's on your mind? How can we help you? We were talking about buying cars as is. And again, don't rely on any used car warranties at all.
Tom.
Yeah.
At what point, in all seriousness, do you realize someone's a nut when it comes to conspiracy theories and just weird stuff? At what point, where is that line? Like that Obama red line that shouldn't be crossed. Where,
you know what?
Where is that?
I often, you know what? It moves.
Like,
the line moves depending on the topic.
We had someone say, listen to this.
Yeah.
Don't throw tissues into the trash because someone might grab your DNA. I mean,
in public. Don't throw them in public trash.
In public. So, I mean, would you think that person's a nut?
Yes.
I think so, too.
Would you allow somebody like that in your home?
If you're worried about your DNA, like, what are you worried about? Where is your DNA going to show?
Jeff, that's a great question.
Would you allow somebody with these many delusions actually into your home?
I don't have crazy friends like that.
I think what this person was, using as an example is someone who wants to frame you for a heinous crime.
Yeah, look for
could commit the crime and then leave your used
looking at
Kleenex
the circle
over
of
there.
Friends that you're hanging out with.
What kind of friends are you hanging with?
To make it look like
set
you
you
just
up for
murdered a family,
yourself up,
and blew your nose and left your DNA behind. I mean.
You know, listen, here's the deal. Can they use DNA to frame people? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Does it actually happen? See, do you believe, this is what I want to know. We see this in cop shows and stuff, and we hear about don't talk to police and stuff. And I understand the reasoning. You know, once they find a target, they do zero in on them, and they don't necessarily look at alternate suspects, and they could try to nail you. But eventually, you need real evidence, right? You need more than just an inconsistent story if somebody's nervous.
And more than DNA. Generally, what you need is like the person that's either dead or raped or whatever, under their fingernails is DNA of somebody.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be the snot from the used Kleenex.
You can't just, that's what I'm saying, though. I don't think, okay, so you're saying if Jeff threw out a snotty tissue and I was walking down the street and Kevin was dead and I put the tissue on his face, then Jeff would now be convicted of the murder of Kevin.
No, but I'll guarantee you he'd be called in.
He'd be called in. He might go up on trial. Look at what happened in Fort Collins. Dirty cops set up a guy for a murder he didn't commit. He spent 20 years in prison.
But, okay, this is what I was about to ask. Do you truly, and I know there are some, but do you truly believe in general that cops would be dirty enough to plant evidence?
Well, not cops in general, but some cops are. This is what happened in Fort Collins.
What happened?
Do you remember
that case? Which one?
Gosh, I forgot this guy's name.
In general, what was it?
There was a terrible murder.
He's probably got this story mixed up with a Twilight Zone episode or something.
There was a terrible murder. The cops zeroed in on a suspect, and they spent their entire investigation trying to pin this murder on this guy, which they successfully did, and had him convicted at trial and imprisoned for God knows how many years. And in the meantime, they didn't even look at any other possibilities. They didn't consider any other theories. They didn't look at any other suspects.
But they didn't plant evidence, or are you saying they did?
I don't think they planted evidence.
By the way, the Innocence Project, which I worked with a little, they did find some really innocent people that were just nailed and then got out of death row. We interviewed a guy that was on death row. Death row. And he was let go when the evidence pointed to someone else, DNA evidence that was years and years older. They went with a bite mark as opposed to actual DNA, and at the time they didn't have the DNA evidence to convict or exonerate. But when it became available, it wasn't his DNA, and he got off. He literally got out of prison, and he was given this talk at the Innocence Project. But I don't know if people I find it difficult to believe that cops would manufacture a suspect. Here's what I think they do if they are dirty. I think what they do is they feel in their heart and soul, this is the guy. Okay, for other reasons, and then they want to build the case, so therefore they slip something in maybe that.
I don't even think they do that. I mean, I'm not saying it never happens, but I sure don't think it's rampant.
Well, this is what happened.
Neither do I, and I think too many times we get. So, Mark, you were talking about nuts, right? That's one of the ones where I think when people call us, Mark, and they say the judge was paid off. That's as soon as I hear that is so seldom. I mean, really?
Well, it's always more than that. It's always the judge, the attorneys, everybody was paid off.
Yeah, and people are crooked, and there are places where people are crooked, but I doubt that they're. Like you said, it's rampant. I don't think
you can tell a lot, though. I mean, over the air you can't because we don't see them. But a lot of times, people used to laugh at, say, tinfoil hats. I mean, if people were wearing those, they're generally nuts. I mean, nowadays, if they're driving like, I don't know, older Lincolns, they're probably a little off tilt.
Okay, somebody's looking at a used EV car. They want to know, when should they be concerned about batteries? How long do batteries last? Or does it depend on the manufacturer, I guess, wouldn't it? I would say on the outside, 10 years, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think 10 years would be max, yes.
And that's
I
on
think
the
anything
best.
after 5, you're starting to have the decline in the overall performance of the battery after 5 years, aren't you?
So that's the thing. With an EV, you have to look out for. I mean, but that's one of the only things you have to look out for. Electric motors have very little wear on them.
Well, you still have all your suspension.
Yeah.
That can be a big deal with over 100,000 miles. I don't care what kind of car it is.
That's true. But with as far as buying a used EV, they said they were blown away on the great deals they can get. Okay. And I know they can. And why can they get such great deals? I've seen some S models damn near new, and they're selling way less than they were new. And I think that's a great option for someone if they want to get in on it. So they want to know, when should they start being concerned with batteries? You would say 5 years.
It's not only that, it's also the technology. If you're talking about a Tesla, you want hardware 4. So you don't want anything below 2023.
So hardware 4, meaning the platform, so it can only take a certain amount of updates.
Well,
if it's 3, for example,
it's only got a certain amount of power and a certain amount of sensors and a certain amount of cameras.
And no matter what, that hardware, you're right, you're not going to upgrade the hardware. So no matter what the software does, if you have, let's say, hardware 3 as opposed to hardware 4,
you'll never have full self-driving. You will have a version of supervised full self-driving, but you'll never have full self-driving in a hardware 3.
303-713-8255. I've got to take a break and talk about more. Sean wants a referral. Sean, I'm hoping you can hang on. Waterpros.net. You want water system. Listen to this. Never buy bottled water. Get reverse osmosis, healthy water at the kitchen sink. $1,100 fully installed. Waterpros.net. And no matter what system you want, you will never find it better or cheaper than waterpros.net.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplan today at 4, 630 KHOW.
Okay, I
Denver.
generated another lead just for the hell of it, just to see.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, lunch hour drive's not too bad for us. We've had a little bit of company on the roadways here. No problem spots anyway. I-25 still kind of congested through downtown. I-70 west from Colorado to Brighton and 270 both directions. Kind of bogged down also. The delays are construction related. Up on Highway 85 out of Brighton at Bromley Lane's been tied up, but even worse up in northern Colorado. We're still seeing some heavy jamming, especially for southbounders coming through Berthoud. It's all part of the bridge replacement there. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast.
I'm Buzz Knight, host of the Taking a Walk Podcast. Step with us into the world of music. I bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians. For one of the best music interview podcasts, listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, I want to tell you about Garage Guru, GarageGuruDenver.com. You want a beautiful garage? God, there's nothing like it. When you have a beautiful floor that stays like new, polyaspartic floors, these new floors are so much better than epoxy. Slip resistant, gas and oil resistant. Thousands of colors, literally thousands of colors. You can even design your own color to match whatever you want. Two-car garages starting at $29.99. Now add to that a great shelving system or cabinets by Gladiator. That's what Garage Guru does. They'll come out and walk your garage, give you free estimates, and do a design for you to see what you want in your garage. They even have now appliances for the garage. You can turn it into a regular man cave. So GarageGuruDenver.com is where you want to go. 720-939-2448.
Hey, Jeff and Kevin, have you guys had any calls about those new tires that spy on you?
That spy on you?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Tires that spy on you.
Yeah.
Tires.
Yeah, the Pirelli.
Developed by Agent 86.
No, I'm telling you, the Pirelli Cyber Tire uploads data about you and your driving to a cloud.
Well, they're having all sorts of stuff. I mean, all the manufacturers are doing it. We already talked about, putting in the alcohol sensors in the car, but they're also going to start monitoring you in the vehicle. It's going to be recording your conversations. They're going to be recording what you're doing going on the road.
Pirelli Cyber Tire.
Yeah, it already is.
Sensors.
And the Pirelli Cyber
Tires
Tires
with them.
The Pirelli Cyber Tires gather all this data about you and where you go and when and why.
Yeah, but it looks like it's really meant to make companies more efficient when they're truckers or trucking the stuff
well,
along.
the Pirelli Cyber Tires for passenger
with insurance
vehicles.
companies and stuff like that, so it's going to affect your rates.
Yeah, also the government.
A lot of the sensors, they're watching for just like your Tesla used to. Make sure your eyes are forward, but they're so sensitive that you check your mirrors and you're getting warnings. And if you get 3 warnings inside a certain amount of time, it actually powers down the car and it will literally slow you down, potentially even to a stop.
Yeah, I knew about that horrible situation, but now there are tires that rat you out to everybody.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Does it matter if it's your tires or it's your steering wheel?
These are just for you, though, the driver. They send information to your phone and tell you your driving habits.
Yeah.
No, the
not
Pirelli,
like that AirTag we put in your car, Dean, that we're following you with. Jeez, it's not the same.
No, I'm telling you, the Pirelli tire uploads it to the so-called cloud, which, by the way, is not really in the sky. It's in a bunch of servers in secretive, undisclosed locations.
No, you really thought they were in the clouds?
No, but they're trying to make it sound like it's something innocuous. Oh, it's over there in the sky, along with the clouds and the sunshine and the tweeting birds. No, my friend.
Dirty napkins.
That's not.
I don't know. This looks
works.
like the tire of the future.
Yeah, that's my point. The future is not a pretty one nowadays.
That's what you say.
You were born in the wrong decade, weren't you? The wrong century.
The right century, because I'm aware of these things and I can take steps to protect myself. But most of the unwashed gum-chewing public out there is going to be providing an enormous amount of data about themselves to God knows
What
who.
about the AirTag we put in your car?
Do you think, could we come up, Dragon, with a warning sound if we want to make sure he understands he's sounding like a true nut? You can play it.
Like an emergency blast.
Just so we can catch him.
No, the Looney Tunes music.
Well, mark my words. June 5th, Dimitri warned you about the spying tires.
I can just see this guy going
Is this
up in
us?
his head.
It's Dimitri's theme song.
Dragon's gonna start. If Dimitri starts going too far off the tracks, he's gonna play something to get him back.
Spying tires.
Pirelli Cyber Tire uploads your data to God knows where. For
What
God
do they
knows-
upload?
That's
How
my
about the
point.
spy
Who the
cat?
hell knows? They're spying tires.
But how do they? What's built in them?
How is this going to affect
Some
Dimitri's
kind of
life?
some kind of
Just a little
electronics
RFI chip
that
is all it
connect
is.
to a cloud and gather information about
Which
you
is
and
really
transmit
not
it to
in
God
the
knows
cloud.
where. Pirelli Cyber Tire.
Where'd you read about that?
I found out about it from Steve Lato. Remember the lemon law attorney we had? Yeah, he did a story about this a few days ago.
Does he like them?
Are you kidding? They're spy tires. Who's going to like those other than the government?
Instead of smart tires.
They're spy tires.
Well, they don't need to spy on you with tires. They already got the car spying on you.
Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed the similarity between the word cyber and spy.
excelroofing.com.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
So, what is on your mind today? Welcome to the show talking about paranoid. Now, Dimitri tells us there are tires that will spy on you. Your own cyber tire will now spy on you if you get that tire, and they're going to send it to the cloud. Do you
Which, by the way, is not in the clouds.
Do you have to opt into this?
No. The equipment is built into the tire. It's called the Pirelli Cyber Tire. And it gathers information about you, your driving, your location, what you're doing, and why. And it
How
uploads
does it gather information about you?
But it's
They're on your-
completely wrong. He was just asked if you have to opt into it. If you don't buy the darn product,
Oh, there
you're
you
not going
go.
to get it.
Yeah, well, that's my point. Don't buy a spy tire.
The spy tire, I guess,
What if they're
knows how
gifted to you?
fast, how heavy your car is, how fast your car is, how slow, where you're driving. It can even have locators in it.
Oh, yeah. Of course it has locators in it.
Sean, what's going on? You need a referral for what? What's happening, Sean? Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Tom. I need a referral for employment lawyer. Like most of the lawyers and attorneys here, they charge a lot of money. Like for 1 hour consultation, it's going to be $500. Do you know any lawyers that they only work on contingency basis?
Not for labor, because here's why. You said it's a labor attorney, right?
Employment.
Tell us about this situation.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A contingency is very, very difficult to get in anything outside of personal injury. So what is your situation, though?
Workplace, problem that, different problem, workplace.
Give me an idea of what you would want to sue for. I mean, any attorney's going to ask you this. So give me an idea.
Yeah, like, did you get
For
fired?
example, discrimination on the job, discrimination, like, if they tell you something and the other employees do the same thing, but it's a double standard. And discrimination, double standard, and everything.
A double
like that,
standard for what? Give me a very specific example. A double standard for what?
For example, like like in a workplace, like if they tell you to they tell you to wear a closed, not open heel shoes that just the toe is out, and everybody else do it, but I have to spend like $20 for a closed toe. And everybody is having an open toe. So something like that is they're telling me something that the others one just are not doing. So it's a double standard.
But what would you sue for, though? See, that's the point. On a contingency, an attorney wants to make money, okay? So if you wanted an attorney on a contingency, what exactly, tell me what you're doing. You're suing for what? What damages are you suing for?
Like sometimes, like the boss belittling me and in front of others, which is not right. Something like that is, it doesn't have in like a big company.
if you do that, if you sue for belittling, what is your damage? I don't mean to make light of this. I'm just saying that for you to get an attorney to take something on contingency, it would have to be a major kind of infraction. And if you're getting, and I don't mean this to diss you or anything, but if you're getting your feelings hurt or you're just pissed off at your boss, that doesn't necessarily translate to a big damage.
Are you still working there?
Yeah, I'm still working there, but
that
right
within
now,
itself is odd.
Yeah, but I always talk to human resources to correct the manager and stuff like that.
I don't think you need an attorney. You should reach out to some state agency.
Now you can get them in trouble for you can get them in trouble if they're discriminating against you. You could go to EEOC. In fact, you have to go there before you file a lawsuit.
Yeah.
The Equal Employment Opportunities Commission. If you go to the EEOC and lodge your complaint, they will let you know if you have a case or not.
Oh, I see.
And then that's the way to go about it.
I see. By chance, do you have a phone number from them?
I can get one. I don't have it right in front of me, but I want to ask you a question. This is an important question. Give me the worst thing this guy has done to you.
It's just belittling all over in front of people that they say, okay, you can retain information in your mind, and my little 6-year-old can understand better than you do. And in front of everybody, in front of other managers, and that's kind of it's humiliating, and something like that. Sometimes
I get it. That would suck. I mean, really, it's probably
I know what he's talking
gap.
about, right?
Yeah.
But whether or not it's actionable or worth going after is another story. But it is something that you might be able to complain to the EEOC about, or the government, or somebody.
How about someone higher up than the person doing this?
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. They have they have a human resources, so they investigate.
HR doesn't play around anymore. I'm serious. If it's a company with over 50 employees, these HR companies know what's going on, man.
Hey, what kind of business is it? What industry are they in?
What kind of industry? Like the restaurant industry.
Oh,
got it.
What kind of industry?
Restaurant industry.
Okay. Yeah, here's the deal, man. You almost never, ever get satisfaction with these employment lawsuits. I'm serious. That's why most of the employment lawyers we know got out of the business, because there was no money to be made. I mean, there really wasn't.
These are very complicated.
This state has done tremendous strides in tenant law. They went overboard.
Arguably.
Maybe they will do that with employees. I mean, there are no really good laws for employees right now. There aren't, other than the normal discrimination laws.
Yeah, but what kind of laws? I guess I don't understand what you're saying. Like, if I don't like someone, I shouldn't be able to fire them?
No, I'm talking about unfair treatment. Just a covenant to be fair would be the thing to do. It's called the covenant to be fair.
I think most employers, though, I think most employers are pretty straight up. They want people that produce for them.
Nowadays they are, Mark. They're getting, as you said, they are really skittish right now of being sued. In fact, they're more skittish of being sued than they're actually being sued.
I told this story before, but our old neighbor, he's dead. His name's Archie Hunter, but God rest his soul. He was a good guy, but he was plagued with problems. But he got fired by Cisco for drinking on the job. Literally, a bottle of Jack Daniels on his desk, drinking drunk. And I guess he blew a sale or something, but they fired him for drinking on the job. His wife was an attorney and sued Cisco for firing him for a medical reason. She won. He got a year's of back pay, and then they had to reinstate him. So then they turned around and fired him for no reason at all, which was fine.
I know, that's weird.
It's the most backward thing in the world.
Yeah. 303. Oh, we got to take this break. And that's not my fault. That was Mark's fault. Mark it down. We got more right after this.
Now, impact traffic.
A busy drive throughout the Denver Metro without many major complaints out there. I-25 northbound through downtown. Slow driving starts at about Downing Street to 6th Avenue, only adding a minute or two to your commute. Southbound I-25, some slow spots between I-70 and Colfax. Just north of there, I-70 westbound, some stop and go between Steel Street and I-25. I-70 eastbound to DIA, slower speeds between Havana and Pena Boulevard. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast.
I'm Buzz Knight, host of the Taking a Walk podcast. Step with us into the world of music. I bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians. For one of the best music interview podcasts, listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, GreatWesternBuildings.com. I love talking about this company because there are people that buy big, giant buildings like churches and warehouses and factories. Then there are people that buy just a garage or maybe a barn, a riding arena, an airplane hangar, whatever it is. You can get it direct from the factory right here in Colorado. They ship all over the world, and they're in our backyard. Direct from the factory, 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. The finishes are guaranteed for 40 years. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
Mandy Connell.
That's cool. And it's going to buzz them for 45 seconds.
Wow. So at minimum, you're going to have a 45-second
head start.
Yep. Have you guys seen those new coffee lids from Starbucks that track your coffee drinking habits and send them to the cloud?
And what's worse is it collects your DNA.
You know what? That's going to happen. That's going to happen, by the way.
It reports the DNA directly to the cloud, which, by the way, is not in the cloud.
And they have heinous intentions and intend on making sure you pay for it.
Watch, we're going to find out that Dimitri is a spy.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you know,
he knows about all this shit because he's spying on us.
His personality's kind of like that, huh?
He was sent over by the Dave Logan show to...
Well, you know who owns Pirelli, right? The Chinese.
Well,
that's right. Pirelli is owned by the Chinese.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Hey, D.
Yeah. Yes.
Surprisingly, Mr. Hollington got back to us. You'll see in the email, but he chose a day that we're off. That's the July 3rd there's no show Friday, July 3rd because of 4th of July. So I replied, I think, to both of you asking if he can come in on the 6th or the 7th.
Oh, that would be awesome.
If you don't see it, then I didn't include you. Oh, yeah, okay.
That's okay.
Tommy sent me a new link. Let's try it again.
Will he get into these theories like you have with the spy tires and stuff?
And by the way, they called, you know who else got called a nut? Einstein. Maybe you've heard of him.
Oh, he's comparing. Okay.
Share your camera.
Now you are akin to Einstein.
Okay, Tommy, do you see it now? I clicked on the new link.
I thought I was mouthy. That was, yes. He just called himself Einstein.
Damn it, I just pulled it up. We'll see. I'm just so tired of this. Now I see a circle. The circle I normally see when I'm waiting for you to connect. So
I wonder if the phone's battery is dead.
No, she's seeing a picture there.
Oh, no. It's not dead.
Oh.
Yeah, Einstein was frequently labeled crazy, mad, and a crackpot.
What did I just say?
Now, I know. Now I'm seeing the resemblance.
The resemblance?
The resemblance.
You ever get tired of making up words?
Yeah, I can't see it. I just can't see it. Damn.
It was because of his hair, most of it.
I wonder if something is intercepting the signal.
Yes.
The tire. Maybe there's a tire in the parking lot.
You don't have a new set of Pirellis, do you?
His home camera is rock solid for some reason.
Einstein rarely wore socks.
I wonder if we just need to disconnect his damn PC
and
from
I can't do it remotely.
I know. We'll do it when we're home this weekend, and then for next week we'll just use the old link, right?
Yeah.
Can we use the old link?
Oh yeah. The old link is still working.
Do you think D has tinfoil actually, sewn into his curtain?
I just don't know why this new one isn't working. I had the same.
I'm gonna try the old link again.
Headliner, there you go.
Share your camera.
Never look up because the satellites will wait and
You would think it could bump it off, maybe.
Hey, D, what's your home address?
123 Main Street.
What's the name of your first dog?
No, still same error.
In the street you grew up on?
What was your name of your favorite high school teacher?
I'm sure his would be Mr. Somebody.
Ooh.
Damn.
Maybe
Who was your first stripper girlfriend? Oh, well, we already know that. Summer Shady.
I never even heard about that.
Never heard about what?
Summer Shady.
You haven't heard about his stripper girlfriend?
Summer.
I mean, I did through you, but never through him.
That's not her name. Summer Snow.
And her sister, Summer Shady.
Did you ever see the one about the spy cat in Russia, D?
No, what about the spy
The moderators of the GOP debate only asked about abortion once, very quickly, at the very end of the debate. Join me at 4.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. What is on your mind? How can we help you? That's what we ask each and every day. So let's finish up this hour. And we do have so the worst vehicles I wanted to continue. I was telling you about the worst was the Jeep Grand Cherokee, followed by the Jeep Wrangler. The next one was Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid, had the most terrible reliability ratings. Then what's the Honda Prologue? The Prologue, very bad ratings. And the Kia EV9, the Kia EV6, the Mazda CX-90, the Volkswagen ID4, the Lucid Air, and the Nissan Juke. That's a weird car anyway. Anyway, we have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Get your calls in at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, or 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466.
So listen to this. True story. Jeff brought it up. It's basically a cat. They wired a microphone into this cat, and they trained it. They had $15 million into this spy cat. It's not like a robot. It's like 1960s. It's got a battery pack kind of embedded in its chest, a camera, and then a microphone. And they were going to put it somewhere in Russia, hoping it would enter the Kremlin. And when they let it go to go into the Kremlin, it immediately got run over by a car. It's a fucking true story.
That sucks.
The most famous kitty in spy history.
Adam, do you know?
How did you hear about that?
I don't remember. I'm full of so much useless crap nobody needs to know.
Adam, do you know what Charles'
implanted
question
a microphone in its ear, a radio transmitter in the base of its skull. The surgeon also wove an antenna into the cat's fur.
And I'm arguing that it wasn't accidentally run over. I think that poor little fucker jumped out in front of it.
Adam, do you know what Charles' question is?
He stepped out.
He's out.
Oh.
Guess that was my chance. I'm out of here.
Yeah, really. Hey, what's your first name? And Scott, what is your question?
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab. Hey, why don't you have more pizza?
Oh, I'm going to.
Yeah.
I already scraped 2 slices, and it was fantastic. Thank you, Tom. It was very generous of you to get that delicious pizza.
I got it. Hold tight, man. Hold up. We'll get right to you, Scott. Hold on. Hey, Charles, what is your question? Charles. Hey, Charles, what is your question? Hey, Charles. Hey, Charles. Charles.
Charles is in charge.
Yeah, no problem. What is your question, a little more specifically? Got it. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. So, but where did the issue? Did you just pay him the next day, or what happened? Got it. Sure. So I got it. So you gave him a check. Then what? Oh. All right. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. That's crazy. Hold on. That's actually interesting. That was a long ways to get to what's going on, though. Yeah. In the future, don't listen to Dimitri when he asks, hey, what is that legal question?
I thought the last half hour we've been talking about how you shouldn't listen to Dimitri.
Under any circumstance.
Yeah, well, you will rue the day you fail to listen to me.
Well, I hope you're there so that you can cackle in my face.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there to say I told you so.
He'll be there to tell you your tire told you so.
I told you he was stalking me.
God, that cat story is classic. That's so much work. $15 million in 1960.
That's a lot.
It's like $1 billion cat. Well, I just picture they set it down and the car runs over it. They're like, fuck.
I wonder who gets in trouble for that.
So yeah, thanks so much, Greg. Just listen through the phone.
Why did you take it across the street?
Dude, do you think like it'd be possible to sneak a cat into the White House? Like there'd just be a random alley cat? I guess it's possible.
Well, how did you randomly just bring a cat into fucking Russia? I mean, it's not like it's something in the normal.
Yeah, they had to sneak in this undercover cat. It's got an antenna going.
It's My Favorite Martian.
Yeah. It's just obvious it's not a regular cat. It's just like, what the fuck? Why is there a microphone duct taped to that cat over there? Hey, Dimitri, Meat Fest.
Yeah, what about it?
Can you bring any meat you want?
Yes.
We're probably uninvited after everything you've said.
We're going to do squirrel this time.
No, you're not.
You better harvest it. Well, you're going to be too late, man.
Is it past squirrel season?
It was and they're dangerous to eat now.
Why?
Because of the parasites, just like rabbits.
Rabbits and stuff.
You get rabbit fever.
Cold. It's frozen.
So you got to wait until after a good frost or freeze. It kills off all the bugs and then let them healthy back up.
Well, what happens if you smoke them at a really long?
Then you will have
225.
You will have a smoky rabbit fever.
Yeah, but can't you smoke the fever out of it?
No.
Huh.
Jeff, can you smoke salami and make it even more delicious than it is?
Yes. Sure.
Oh. How long does it take?
Depends on how smoky you want it.
Yep.
Pretty smoky, like.
So I mean, it's a hard meat. I mean, I'd probably do that a cold smoke. I don't think I'd even do that hot.
I wouldn't do it hot.
Like a salmon?
It'd dry it out.
Yeah, or cheese or olives or something like that. But I'd say a minimum of 4 hours.
Oh, that sounds so delicious.
You ever done salmon on your Traeger?
No.
On your pellet?
No.
It's really good.
No, I have not.
Brine it, and then you'd cook it on there.
She used to buy the fillets at Costco, but you haven't bought them for a while.
Salmon fillets?
What's that? What'd you say? Oh my God, is it the same cream that you've had there for a month?
Yours. You bought some.
Yeah. It's
He wants
still
to
in
know
there.
about Tom's cream.
It's anal cream, maybe. I don't know.
How long
That's
has
that
it
noise
been
we've heard
I
over
check
there.
it every time.
He still hasn't
Oh
denied
my
the bottle.
God. What is going? It's like we eavesdropped onto a lover's quarrel.
I got rid of the half and half.
They met on Grindr.
Oh, good. It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that cream. Yeah.
Oh, rub that cream all over me. Do you ever wonder what really does go on over there, for God's sake?
Sometimes it's better not to.
6. Friday at 4. I got a good question for you. Why do you think the lefty moderators of the GOP debate only asked about abortion once, very quickly, at the very end of the debate? Join me at 4.
45 years strong, solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. It's car day. Welcome to the show. Major Marc Mager's at the Major Studio. And we have, who do we have, Mark?
Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech. Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission, my lovely wife. Suzanne, of course, Dragon on the other side of the glass. Axeman, taking your calls at 303 Martino. And we've got a lot cooking right now. Let's hop right to the lines. In fact, who's been holding the longest, Axe? Charles?
I think Charles.
Yeah, Charles.
Hey, Charles, what's going on with you?
I'm with you.
Yes, Charles.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Go ahead.
What is your question for us, Charles?
My question was, he offered a 5% discount on the price of the well pump, but then he came back after he was finished and said, it's got to be greenbacks. It's got to be cash for that discount. So I took him to the bank, and he followed me in his car, and it turns out it's exactly 5 o'clock, and they've locked the doors. So this morning, the previous owner of the well company lives down the street, and that's where all the equipment is and everything. And I wrote him a check with the discount. So then I go about my business in the day, and my wife calls me and says, the foreman is at the front door wanting $300, which was the 5% discount.
Right.
More. Or he'll shut off the electricity to my well pump.
Well, that's crazy. First of all, when you were given a price for the well and the pump, how much was the price, the whole price, going to be?
The price was $6,000 even.
Okay, and he said, if you paid
and
cash,
he said for a cash discount. And so I'm assuming I'm going to write him a check because he mentioned no credit cards.
Okay,
well,
but he said greenbacks though. Greenbacks.
Yeah, right. And I'm thinking maybe he's going to scam his boss by writing up a work order for less money and putting some of that greenbacks in his pocket. Anyway, I go to the previous owner's house.
Well, what does the previous owner? What does the previous owner have to do with it?
That's where all the well and drilling equipment.
I understand,
and everything
but the
are.
previous owner doesn't own it anymore. He's doing business with the new owner.
He said he would get the check to the new owner or the new manager.
Okay, here's what I think. Here, you're not going to want to hear this, but if you had the well dug and you agreed to the $6,000, then pay the guy the $6,000 and be done with it.
Well, I don't know if I've got well water.
Well, okay, then verify you have well water, then pay him the $6,000.
Wait. He turned off the power?
Yes, he did. He threatened to turn off the power.
But did he turn off the power? You just said you don't know if you have well water.
Well, because well has a pressure bladder tank.
Yeah.
And it holds 40 gallons of water.
Yeah.
I'd have to drain it completely.
No,
to
you
find
don't.
out the well
No, you don't.
pump isn't
No, you
coming
don't.
back.
No, you don't. You don't drain it completely. It fills up as it goes and keeps the pressure. So here's the thing.
Except if the pump in the well is disconnected.
Did he disconnect it or did he turn it off?
No, the only access he had was to the wiring to the pump in the well.
Did he actually undo it though?
But he would have to he'd have to pull up the pump and disconnect the wire. Do you think he did that?
Well, first of all, the plumbing for the wiring comes from the house and
it's
and
right
goes
at the
to
top. It's not
the well head, and then down to the and that connection.
Well, Mark, that's what I just asked. I said, does he have access? If there's a junction box at the well head and he disconnected it, that's easy enough to reconnect, or that's easy enough to open up and see if it's disconnected.
But it's crazy that he would even do that. That's just insane.
Well, it is. He went about it the wrong way. But here's the bottom line. If the guy, here's what I don't understand. The guy made it clear to get the discount, he wants greenbacks. The bank was closed, so you wrote a check, and you assumed the check was the same as greenbacks. And it's not, because the guy doesn't want his name on a check because he's probably scamming the government. But that's between him and the government. I mean, if you want to be a police officer, then go to
the owner of the company that he works for.
Well,
the owner of the company he works for.
I thought he was the owner.
No, he was the foreman.
No, he's a foreman.
Okay. Then you
Why don't we call them? Let's try to get this guy his $300 discount. I mean, I get it. We all have different opinions to a degree. I think we all think the same on this, but let's see. Let's try to get the guy on, though.
Okay.
You know, the bottom line is if you used a credit card, it would have been 3.5% for the merchant. So I get that. But a check and cash, they should be the same thing. The guy should be able to take that check and walk into the bank and get $6,000 in cash.
But Mark, you can't.
A lot of banks won't do that.
But Mark,
if the check is made out to a company, you cannot check.
Mark, listen.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
And if the guy,
God, someone remember that, please.
If the guy wanted to scam the government, okay, the question is it any of my business? If the guy says to me, give me cash and you get a discount, I'll give him cash.
Absolutely.
I don't care what he does.
Bank 10 minutes
I don't care if he
claims
him cash. I don't care if he claims it with the IRS. I'm not the police. I'm not the government. If he wants cash, I'll give him cash.
I get it.
And now, whether he's cheating his company, that's not even my business. If I'm doing business with the foreman and the foreman asks me for a certain amount of money to do the job and I agree with the foreman, then I would agree with the foreman. If you were dealing with the boss, then deal with the boss. You know, I mean, right now,
well,
I just think.
Wait a minute, though. Hold on. Hey, Charles, when you hired him, did you hire it through the company or did you only deal with the foreman?
Well, I called the company number and the foreman answers.
Okay.
I think it is. No, hold on, Tom. Think about this. I mean, I go into Kevin to have my car worked on, and his mechanic comes out and goes, hey, give me cash and I'll give you a discount. I would be thinking, that's a little weird. I mean, right?
Yes, I would too.
When it comes to a warranty or anything, I see where Charles is coming from.
Yeah. So, in other words, So then don't get the discount. That's what I said. Pay the full amount. Just go to the boss. If you care about the boss and you care about ethics, pay the entire $6,000 to the boss of the company. Then there is no question you've paid $6,000. That's what you agreed to, and you paid it to the boss.
Well, I would call up the boss and say, hey, I thought I was getting a discount. Your employee told me this, or your foreman.
Yeah,
I'd explain it to the boss.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that. You're right. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But I would pay the boss the full amount and be done with it. Okay?
Yeah, I wouldn't hand $300 to this, quote, foreman at this point, though. That's just weird.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he
no,
doesn't.
But that's what the guy's threatening him. The dude showed up at the guy's door saying, "Give me my $300."
Right. And I think that guy was playing fast and loose with his boss. I do. That's why I would go not to the previous owner, not where the equipment is parked. I'd go to the owner of the company now, and I'd say, I owe you $6,000. And by the way, your foreman was threatening me, and I think he turned off my electricity because he wanted $300 in cash. I would just tell him the story, but I would not pay the foreman at all. I wouldn't pay him the discounted amount. I wouldn't pay him the full amount. I would only deal with the company owner at this point because I wouldn't trust the other guy. That's what you should do. Now, if you want Axe to call him, let's call him during the break.
Yeah, I would like to get the guy on just for giggles.
What's the name of the well drilling company, by the way?
Parker Pump Service by Henry. Henry was the foreman of the previous owner. He's now the owner of the company. Okay. The foreman's phone number is 303.
Hold on, no, not on the air. Charles, let me make sure I get this straight. So the one who owns the company now used to be the foreman of the previous company.
It's the same
company. And then he has
the same name, but he added.
And then he also has a foreman now. So he was a foreman, but now he has his own foreman.
Right. And
yeah, I'm going to put him on hold so we can take this break. But hold on, let's try to reach out to him. So give that number to Axeman. But I'm really curious. I'm curious now if the new owner, the old foreman, knows what's going on. What do you think?
No, I don't think so, Mark. I think Charles, his hunch was correct. If he said, I'll give you a discount if you pay me with cash, I think the guy wanted to pocket a few $100 more for the job. I think he wanted the money and he was going to take it. And I think he was probably robbing his boss. I do. I think he was. And that's why I wouldn't deal with him. I would only deal with the owner, and I would write him a check for the $6,000. But he already wrote a check for the discounted amount, so I don't even know where that money is now. I have no idea.
I guess it's also a possibility that the owner told his foreman, if you get cash on a sale, I'll give you X percentage.
Yeah, well, we'll have to find that out. Again, that's what happens when weird things like this happen. But discount, there's nothing wrong with cash discounts, but you want to make sure that they're legit. We got more coming up right after this.
If you want to talk to the foreman or you want to talk to the owner?
The owner.
Big wireless.
The owner only,
right
not
now
the
for
foreman.
As little as $70. Excellent. Thank you. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Hey, if you want the best prices in plumbing, who do you want? EuroPlumbingColorado.com. Bar none, the lowest prices. So you want a water heater starting at $14.99? You'll get it right there and only there. Do you want to repipe your house? Well, you can with EuroPlumbingColorado.com. In fact, they have a special website for their repipe division where you can go and get a price online. That's right, Denver Repipe.com to repipe your entire house, and they have a pricing tool online, denverrepipe.com.
This is Dan Kaplan.
Auto Image 360? Is that what they're called?
Did you try the latest one and it didn't work?
Auto Stream 360.
His manager opened it up for like 14 hours more than what he already opened.
Do you know Auto Stream over by you? They know you.
Hey, Tom. Can you
Auto Stream 360.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So that guy gave me, he doesn't have the owner's number. He has the store number, but the store number just leads to the foreman. So did you want me to still call?
You might want to call.
You call the store and ask for the owner.
Yeah, can't we do that?
I can try, yeah.
They're on Hinsdale. They're a little farther
There's
down the
one
road.
in Franktown too, but
I didn't know they had a store. Jeez, I never heard of a pump
they're
store.
on Hinsdale. They're
I have
about
the
a mile
owner's
down the
name.
road.
We have the D has the owner's name.
What is the
He might be
foreman's name?
Yeah, the owner's name is Enrique. Enrique, but he goes by Henry.
Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Enrique.
The name that was in Elf.
That's what Henry is.
Yeah,
Right?
and I'll give you the phone number. It's 303-841-5020.
I might have seen it.
Did you hear that?
It's not on our Christmas list movie.
Oh, my
Or
wife
Christmas
I'm not a
movie
big Will
list.
Ferrell fan anyway. It's like the same.
I like
character.
old school.
Yeah, it's
By the way,
character with
all,
the different costumes.
all mysteries have been solved.
Then he's naked running down the street or something, and then he's.
And what was his name?
It's the same.
yeah,
the
he's
owner,
just
Henry.
to me he's just a man
Step
child.
Brothers was probably his best.
Oh, Step Brothers, hilarious. But Old School, I thought was his best. But Step Brothers, yeah, they play off each other.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
I said no power tools.
I like when he puts his nutsack on the guy's drums. Or they're just fighting in the front yard. It's a great movie.
Oh yeah.
Or they're doing the video on his boat.
Boats and hose. Boats and hose. They make him lick the white poop.
I like the beginning when they first meet and they're like, oh, I got a 40-year-old son that still lives at home. She's like, so do I. I'm hoping the well guy comes on. I think that'll be good stuff. Is that the well guy?
He's working on them.
Cool.
Interesting.
We want the well guy. We want a pitcher, not a belly
Is this the only
itcher.
company number they have is the one you gave me?
Was it disconnected?
No, I know. When I called, no one answered. That's the issue. So I was just curious if you had another number.
Call the main well company.
Hey, Charles. Do you have a number to contact them besides the main one?
What was the name of the company?
Parker.
I'm gonna put you back on.
Parker or something.
I didn't think it was Parker.
Oh, I thought it was
I thought
Parker.
he said
like
Parker.
Did
yeah.
he?
He only has the foreman's phone number, and the foreman's phone number is the one that goes directly to the company.
What's the name of the company? Parker.
Parker Pump Service.
Did you try calling them directly?
I did. It just went to voicemail, and it said, "This is David with so and so. Please leave your
Service by
message."
Henry. That's what it was.
303-841-5020.
Goes to David's voicemail.
Yeah, so this is David.
It's the Henry part that I was remembering.
It's not. This is Parker.
Yeah, by
Whatever the hell it was.
You said that first, but then this is David.
Okay, so it's Parker.
Yeah,
Pump,
sorry. Yeah.
And this is.
He's got one review on Yelp.
We got 10 on Google.
Smells fishy.
Oh, this whole thing
All
is
the way
awful.
around. Yeah.
Let me see what's on their website.
I see.
There's like another contact us or
9 on Yelp.
Are you looking at the one by Henry?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Henry and
see
David.
5 on that one. Oh, that's Facebook.
Yep.
Hello? Yeah, hi, Troubleshooter Show. Can I get a first name?
I mean, if he turns the water on, it comes out. His pump's working.
Just take a really long shower, you'll know.
Yeah, you'll know quickly.
We are out.
Talk station 630 KHOW.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay, let's go back to the phones. And who are we talking to? Did we get the well guy on yet?
We are working on it right now, so hold on. Let's go to Greg real quick.
All right, Greg, you need an attorney, you say. Maybe, maybe not. What's going on, Greg?
Hi there. We had a furnace put in our house. It was last October, and the company that came out and did it. The reason we did it is because they offered a special on doing a cleaning and inspection of it.
So a gentleman arrived out to the house to check our 135,000 BTU furnace. And he told us that the heat exchanger had a crack in it and that he couldn't turn the gas back on. And the forecast temperature for that night was going to be in the 20 degrees.
Greg, what was the name of that company? Greg, what was the name of that company?
Fix It 24/7.
Okay, and they said you had a crack. Did they show it to you?
He showed us a video of it, and so...
Because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Now, they are very, very strict on heat exchangers, cracked heat exchangers, and replacing systems. And George would want to know if anybody ever misled you at all. Did they have a follow-up inspection, or was it just this one guy that you dealt with?
It was the one guy we dealt with. And then he had somebody else come out.
That's what I meant. They did have someone come out and verify it?
I don't recall if he
but
verified
this is,
it.
I'm even a little confused. This is still way back in October. So where are we at right now? Did you buy a new furnace?
Well, we were going to get there, Mark, but I wanted to make sure that he wasn't pressured into doing it. Okay, so what happened after it was installed?
Well, actually, what happened is the salesperson got here, and then he told us that we had a 135,000 BTU furnace.
Right.
And he said that they were going to put a replacement of 60,000 BTU furnace in, and the cost was over $17,000.
Okay.
And he said that the 60,000 BTU furnace would be equivalent to the 135,000 BTU furnace because of the high efficiency.
Okay.
So we figured he knew what he was going to do, and then he also told us he was going to give us a $500 discount if we signed the contract to replace it that day. So we had him do it. They got the furnace in. Well, 2 days after the installation, our house was getting cold.
Yeah.
And the furnace stopped running. It was 23 degrees outside. So we called the company. They said they were good for 24/7. And so they sent a guy out. It was midnight a couple days later. And he came and looked at it, and he said that the thermostat wire was bad between the thermostat and the heater. And he said the company would get back to us. Well, it was starting to get cold. I called them up the following morning, and they said a technician would come over to our house later that day after he started another furnace installation. And that just seemed kind of odd. So he arrived later in the day, and he found out that when they did the installation, they didn't hook up a neutral wire for the GFIC outlet that powers the condensate pump. So because that wasn't hooked up, it caused the furnace to fail.
Okay.
So he got it hooked up, and so the furnace seemed to be running, it seemed like all the time after he'd done that. In our last furnace, it would heat up extremely fast. And so
let me jump in real quick. So on the newer one, is it like 95, 97% efficiency?
96%.
Okay, so just for people listening out there, older units,
right?
I mean, you're talking 60, 70% efficiency. So their math could be right on 135.
No, Mark,
on
I'm not questioning anything. I want him to finish his story. Because he called wanting an attorney, and I can call the owner of the company.
Yeah.
And if anything was done wrong, we're going to get it done right because that's the way they are. So I want to know the rest of your story. Where are we going with it?
Okay, so we called emailed and called them, well, actually emailed them several times, let them know that the furnace seemed to be running so much.
Right.
So they never communicated back with us.
Okay.
And we never. So what we did it was the 20th, I've got some notes here, on the 25th of November, we had to go to their office to find out why the furnace was running so much. And we had some other issues with them. I won't go into those details now. And so they told us to email them all the things that we had been emailing them, the pictures.
Where does it stand right now, Greg?
Well, right now, okay, yeah, I'll cut to the chase. So we kept complaining about that, and then the city came. They did the inspection on the furnace, and when they did, they said that the ventilation was incorrect. So they came out a couple days later. They redid the ventilation for the heater, and it's combustion and intake. And that night, the furnace stopped again. And so we called them up, and another representative came out, and what they did is they vented it into a window well, both the combustion and intake air.
Yeah.
And apparently there's an oxygen sensor on the furnace, so that's what shut it off.
Okay, so Greg, you said, Greg, you had a bad experience. I need to know where it stands so I can know what to do for you. I don't know if you're getting the message, but the message here is I want to fix this and find out what the hell went wrong.
But Tom, I hate cut.
Hold on.
I'm not. Hold on, though, both of you, though, because what I'm hearing from this guy more than anything is it's running a lot more. And what I want to tell him is our high-efficiency one runs twice as much as our old one because the actual blower motor is variable speed.
Yeah, that's right.
It's almost always on.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
But I still want to hear. I know all of that, and all of that's going to be explained. But I want to get to the end of the story because he's not there yet. What is the end of the story? You said you were going to cut to the chase. You didn't cut to the chase, Greg. What is wrong today?
Okay, so they said that they did proper evaluations for the furnace and everything they had to go through with it. So then they came back out to the house, and they said they were going to. The city told them to do a proper evaluation. It's called a J something. They said they were going to do an evaluation to make sure that the house and everything was properly sized for the furnace. Well, they said they were going to come out and do that, and so they came out to do. They said to us through an email that they were going to come out and evaluate it. And when they came out to the house, they weren't going to evaluate it. They brought a larger furnace out, and they said, we're going to go ahead and install an 80,000 BTU furnace. And I said, without doing the proper evaluation, because they didn't pass the permit because they didn't submit the evaluation to the city of Wheat Ridge on the size that it had to be for the house. It's called a manual J evaluation.
You're going to get to the problem, I hope, as to what's going on today. I'm really hoping. And by the way, I'm happy that they did an 80,000 BTU because that's what the 135,000 is equal to, around that. But what I want to know is this: what did they put in the higher the 80,000
after the break?
No, they came out to do the evaluation of it, and we were ready to go out. We were supposed to meet some people, and they wanted to put the furnace in at
Greg,
that time.
I have to take a break. Greg, I have to take a break. And then when I come back, here's what I want to hear. Tom, I had Fix-It 24/7 out to my house to do a furnace, and I am not pleased because I need this, and this done. That's what I want to hear. Or I want to hear, finally it was fixed. Or I want to hear, I need more help. But please, I need to hear one of those things coming up right after this.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Ryan Schuling, mornings at 6. Dan Kaplis, afternoons at 4. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Now, impact traffic.
New delays on the north end of town. I-25 northbound approaching 84th Avenue, a right lane blocked due to an accident. We are seeing stopped up traffic back from I-76. It looks like some congestion on the eastbound I-76 off-ramp to I-25 as well. We may have a new accident I-25 southbound before I-70. This one's seeing slow traffic back from I-76 as well. No word on lane blockage. Of course, we will keep you updated with traffic. I am Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk podcast.
I'm Buzz Knight, host of the Taking a Walk podcast. Step with us into the world of music. I bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians.
Is it
one of the
Great
best
Western
music
again?
interview podcasts?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I love great companies like GreatWesternBuildings.com. With a factory in Grand Junction, Colorado, they serve the entire world. They really do. And they serve the U.S. direct to the consumer. So if you want a giant building, they do churches, they do warehouses, giant factories. They even do like shopping malls. They can do your barn. They can do your garage, your shop. They can do an airplane hangar, a riding arena. You name it, they can do it. 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. The greatest prices and values, GreatWesternBuildings.com.
A lot of it, though, is he really never does listen to the caller. That's part of the bigger problems these days. I mean, this guy really got to the point pretty quickly.
Well, I think the guy was leaving a lot of details out, though.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I mean...
Tom wouldn't even let him get through November.
Yeah, I know.
It was just getting interesting when you cut him off. Yeah, he
Jesus
was going out
Christ.
with people.
I mean, I know.
Going?
See, here's the problem. The guy had a fucking nightmare. He had a nightmare, and he has to tell us about it. And what I want to know is, let's get to the goddamn end with that. Some they didn't do. I want to know what they did not do.
Well, we know this. They showed up with an 80,000 BTU, and they were going to install it. But he was going
they were
out.
going to do an inspection and evaluation.
But
you don't listen either.
They brought the furnace to install.
But they vented it out into the window well.
No, that was the old one. I don't know if he's got that furnace installed or not. That's what I don't know.
I know. That's in the window well.
It was like a cliffhanger.
But if you didn't cut him off 12 times, we would have known by now. I'm putting a poll up. Did Tom cut this guy off? We're gonna let the real
Mark. If this wasn't a real serious sponsor and a real serious problem, I would like to joke about it. I really would. But this is one of my major fucking clients, and I want to know if they're doing anything wrong.
I don't think they're doing anything.
Okay, I hope not.
No, they had some hiccups. They were fixing them.
I mean,
it sounds like they.
Yeah, it sounds like they were coming over.
They showed up with
and
a brand new
up.
furnace that was probably properly sized.
Yeah, they may not have sized it right the first
And this guy, at this point, I don't know what his deal is.
Here's the deal. I think they did undersize that first one a little, if that's what they put in.
Well, that's why they showed up with an 80,000, I would assume.
But where does an attorney play into this?
That's the point I was trying to make. I can cut this off at the pass and make it right.
Well, I wonder if this guy went out and got another furnace from somebody else.
Oh, didn't let him put the 80 in.
And didn't let him put the 80 in?
I think Mark nailed it.
I mean, why else would he say they showed up to put the 80 in, but we were going to dinner, or whatever they were saying? And I'm the one that gets complaints on any company on the referral list.
I know you
do. And I'm telling you, I simply don't get them on Fix It.
I know.
Now, 10 years ago, any of our HVAC companies, number one is pricing. It doesn't matter. They'll know the price up front. They'll agree to the price. They get it installed, and then one of their relatives tell them Home Depot's got a furnace for $4,000, and then all hell breaks loose. That is the numero uno home service call. Mm-hmm. Oh, you get it. You guys get the same shit. Oh, I found that alternator for my car on Amazon for $8.
Oh, yeah, the guy in the Ford truck, $6,000 transmission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Now where to get him?
I was telling Kevin earlier, that guy had called me before he went to that other shop. And he was going to bring it in, and then when he found it, because he literally called up and said, I found somebody who'll do it for $6 flat. I'm going to take it over there. Okay. Yep. Good luck with that.
Happy motoring.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, me.
Did you get a visit from Doug?
Hey, by the way, would you
send him your way?
Axe, do me a favor right now.
Yes,
I need the name and address of this job right now. No matter what he says, I need it.
Yeah, you got it.
And then text it to me.
That's all I need. Freaking Bo. That little freaking knuckle-dragging swamp cunt freaking tries to send a problem customer over to my shop.
God, that was funny, though. Bo
Full
is
name
on
and
the
address.
Line. He's on air.
Oh, my God.
Bo's on air. and this old coot's on there. And the old coot just keeps saying Jeff has no idea what he's talking about. Tom and I don't have any idea. None of us. We're not listening. It's a 2008 LR2, and it takes blah, blah, guaranteed.
All right, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. John Fuller, by the way, personal injury expert. Call him if you ever have a problem. And I'm serious, 303-597-4500. Call him first, free advice, 303-597-4500. Now, let's talk to Greg. So Greg said he had Fix-It come out to his house, and they installed a furnace. They said his heat exchanger was cracked, and it was cold, so they wanted to get the furnace in, but it was a 50,000 BTU, and they were replacing 135,000 BTU. In any case, he said it was running a lot, and he wasn't pleased with it, and then they came back after the city of Wheat Ridge inspected it and said that the ventilation was wrong. Fix-It came back with an 80,000 BTU unit, and they were going to put it in. What I need to know, because I know this company, and I know that if anything is amiss, they will take care of it if one of their employees did something wrong. But what I need to know is, where do we stand? I don't want to hear each and every step right now. I need to know, what is the problem today?
The problem today is that we've had problems with them for so long. For 5 months, they kept telling us the furnace was proper, and then they come out and they want to put another one in. With all the issues we had with them in the past, we do not want to deal with them anymore. Their lack of communication, their inability to correct things as it should have been, rather than coming to just fix it. If they would have put the furnace in properly from the start, we would have been fine with the amount we paid and everything. They told us to do this apples to apples comparison. Another company, Plumline, came in, said they put the same furnace in for $8,500. Well, they charged us $17,666 with a $500.
Greg, here's the deal. Did you say that you don't want to deal with them? So if they do want to fix it, you don't want them to do anything. So that's the part I don't understand. They want to put a larger furnace in without charging you, and you don't want them to do that?
Because of the issues.
Okay, okay, Greg, that's a yes or a no. You don't want them to replace the furnace. That's a yes or a no. Is that right?
That's a no. We do not want them to replace.
Then what do you then what do you want? Do you want a full refund? What do you want?
We sent them a 7-day demand letter for furnace removal and full refund, and we haven't heard anything from them. They don't communicate at all. Well, very little.
Who has your point person been at Fix-It 24/7? Who has it been?
His name is John.
John what?
They call him Johnny. They don't. I have no idea what his last name is.
Is he the guy that did the work?
No. There's the gentleman that did the work, Simeon, I think his name was. Really nice guy. The workers are very nice, except the guys that came over to do the 80,000 BTU in installation. They were supposed to do the evaluation. When we told them no, they literally laughed at us.
And Greg, I want to tell you, something, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't know of one furnace that I can think of that Plumline could do for $8,500 of that BTU. Okay, so if you say that,
I got the quote.
Do you have their quote? Did you get it in writing?
I've got the quote is in writing. I sent it to them.
Okay.
To 24/7.
Would you send it? Would you send it to me? Would you send it to me?
I would love to.
Okay. And what kind of furnace is it?
Exactly the same one.
What kind?
Bryant.
A Bryant. Okay. Listen, here's what I want you to do. I want you to send that to me. And can you also send me the invoice from Fix-It?
Yeah, that's the other issue. The invoice we got from them for the rebate, all it had was a price on it. It had no itemized. I asked them for that multiple times. They would not send it to us.
For what rebate? You were going to get a rebate?
there's a $250 rebate from Excel. But so when I sent the document that they sent us from 24/7, all it said was $16,999, and it said it didn't give any details on the furnace. When I asked them to send a proper invoice, they sent an invoice that said it was a 40,000 BTU furnace, and it wasn't even the proper, and 80%.
Okay.
And that wouldn't work.
But here's the thing, Greg, I'm going to put you in touch with someone there that you need to talk to. Not Johnny, not people that have frustrated you, but people who will want to know about this, because we don't get complaints like this about this company. I'm being honest with you. We don't. We absolutely don't. So if you have a legitimate complaint, they're going to want to hear about it. Okay?
When I went on Yelp, they've got 2.0 out of 5, a possible 5 on reviews. Better Business Bureau has them rated at A+, but they're only 2.2 out of 5. And there's another one, Complaint Board, they're only 2.4 out of 5. So I can't see where they don't have any complaints.
Well, Greg, I'm telling you that we don't get complaints about them, and I don't shelter them from complaints. You're complaining. We don't get complaints about them. In fact, we get very great reviews about them. So here's the thing. You can do what you want. You can throw stones at them. You can be pissed off, or we can try to solve the problem. Whatever you want to do, okay? But I can put you in touch with someone who will care enough to hear about this, okay?
Okay, who do I send this invoice to?
That's what I have to find out. The invoice, you send that, Ax will tell you where to send that, okay? He'll tell you where to send that.
And really quick on those reviews, he made me to want to start looking them up. You left out Google at 4.7 with 4,600 reviews.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom?
Yes.
Deputy Bo just texted. He said he's willing to go over and evaluate the situation if you'd like him to.
But I'm not sure what he can evaluate. He's already had Plumline out there. He's already had another. He's had the city of Wheat Ridge out there. I mean, what else do we need to hear? It's either undersized or not, and it's either done properly or not. It's either done properly or not. It's that simple. But here's one thing I want to say. I want to make this very clear. I know damn well that the people who count haven't heard about this, because, Greg, they would have never had you hung out that long, ever. They would have never, ever had you hung out that long, and you would have gotten everything you need. Now, listen, there are people that drop the ball sometimes, and I am telling you, I will put you in touch with the right people. That's what it means when I put my name behind a company. I know the owner like a brother, okay? Like a brother. And I'm telling you, they would never put up with this. So you have my word on it. Someone's going to be contacting you, okay?
I hope so. Because they haven't in the past.
Well, okay. We can talk about the past all you want, Greg, but I'm done talking about the past. What I'm telling you is what I'm saying is this. It is quite possible you got screwed around, and these people who did the job did not do their name justice. But I am telling you that there are people who care about this, okay? That's what I'm telling you.
Right.
All right. And that's why you called me. I assume that's why you called me, right?
That is exactly why I called you. I'm hoping that I didn't want to go to an attorney and have to pay money for.
Of course not. Of course not. I'm going to listen. You're going to be taken care of. Hang on and make sure you get all the information to Ax. We have more coming right up.
Now, impact traffic.
New delays on the north end of town. I-25 northbound approaching 84th Avenue. A right lane blocked due to an accident. We are seeing stopped up traffic back from I-76. It looks like some congestion on the eastbound I-76 off-ramp to I-25 as well. We may have a new accident I-25 southbound before I-70. This one's seeing slow traffic back from I-76 as well. No word on lane blockage. Of course, we will keep you updated with traffic. I am Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast.
I'm Buzz Knight, host of the Taking a Walk Podcast. Step with us into the world of music. I bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians. For one of the best music interview podcasts, listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, CMG. I'm going to tell you why you got to remember these guys if you ever need a loan at your house. A new purchase, get some cash out to pay off high credit card debt, maybe a reverse mortgage. Maybe you want to live in that home for as long as you can, never have a payment again, get some of the equity out to travel, or maybe a line of credit because you're an independent contractor or you're a construction guy, a fix and flipper, and you want access to the money that's available in your house, that equity at any given time you want for 30 years. They have all those products and more. These guys loan out $2 billion every single month. $2 billion. I want you to call the main guy here in Denver, John Clace, and I'll tell you why. He can loan money in every state for you through CMG. So no matter where you're listening to this, if you want low rates and you want low fees, and a great product and multiple different products, when it comes to home mortgages, call John, 303-577-7206, 303-577-7206, or partnerinlending.com.
Spring in Colorado, and if you're a business owner...
This is the thing.
So we got exactly what they were saying. So he gets it installed. It's on all the time. There's some problems because the inspector said it. They show up with the new, bigger unit 5 months later, and now he doesn't want it. I mean, he basically wants a full refund.
But even, the rebate paperwork he asked for, and there was just like one thing after another.
Yeah.
He just wasn't happy with anything.
Hey, Axe, I need that information.
He's
Thank you,
Tom,
brother.
right
Thank
now.
you. Thank you. He got it. Thank you.
I would think the info has to say it's a high performance,
You needed something
high
more.
efficiency.
Well, and you probably needed the model number, unit number, and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's exaggeration.
But it sounds like Fix-It wants to remedy the situation.
I know
he
it.
just doesn't
I know
want
it.
them.
He
I know
wants
it.
them out.
He wants them out of the deal now. He just wants his money back and go with someone else.
That's because they filled his fucking bucket of injustices because they didn't get back to him in time. They pissed him off. I tell him you got to get back to people. You got to get back to people.
The other thing to remember too is this was November. It could have been a cold streak right then and there. I'm not giving excuses. I'm saying it's not like it's happening right now and they're busy with furnace stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, Greg said he's sending it right now.
But he definitely doesn't understand high efficiency. Our fan blows probably 45 minutes out of an hour. It's on 3/4 of an hour.
Mm-hmm.
The burners might be on very low, or they can be on high, but generally never high anymore because it's just constant.
Well, that's the whole efficiency part. It's not going to blow it up the stack.
Yeah, exactly.
It just keeps it cycling. Yeah.
So I noticed that as soon as they put it in. Now it's a lot quieter, though. It's not like the old one when it kicks on and
but
that
it's
blower.
very different than something 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's you walk over by the vents, it's always on, basically.
I have noticed that.
So yours is broken, too?
We did soundproofing
Damn
he did soundproofing for our AC.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
It sits under, we have a deck off our primary room, and the AC sits under there.
The condensers,
and man,
2 of them.
It's like, just when it goes, it's so loud.
So I found this material and had our new handyman come out and put it just right over the deck. Can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Can't hear it even turn on now.
Kill mats?
No, it's CV. Yeah. What were you saying?
Kill mats. They're like sticky.
No. These are. It's like picture a yoga mat, but it weighs 10 times higher. But it's that spongy kind of yoga mat, but it's heavy as shit.
Yeah.
It's CV something.
Also, we have this ice maker on our counter that makes Sonic ice from Sam's Club. Yes, a couple $100, but it's loud. Drives him crazy. He gets these like sound blocks to put under him, and it's made such a difference.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised.
I'll tell you exactly what that soundproofing shit's called. It's expensive, but it works.
But it doesn't block the airflow or anything?
It's outdoors.
It's under our deck.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
So basically, you have our deck, which is probably a 15 by 10, 15 by 8. And then directly under it on cement, our deck is probably 20 feet above it, is 2 condensers. And when they come on, you could hear them. So right under the deck and under the deck only, They basically nailed it up to the
like the
2x8s,
ceiling,
the
the
decking.
ceiling or underneath the deck.
I didn't know there was that much room under there.
A lot.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of airflow.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, because the kill
Picture,
mats,
like,
those are
shrink
like
around your condensers or something to quiet them down.
Let me see what that looks like.
These are used for like I pulled the seat out of my Ranger, put them in between the
Did they work pretty good?
Yeah, put them in between the engine compartment.
MLV.
MLV is a Mary.
Mass loaded vinyl. It's incredible.
It's
That's what you would use in walls in here. Generally, it's used
acoustic
in walls.
barrier. Yeah.
It's expensive. I mean, just the part is expensive. I'm telling you, though.
Use the TalkBack feature on the iHeartRadio app. Just tap, record, and send, all within the app.
Get out there and be heard.
To Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino. I want to do real quick here and take Becky. Becky, go ahead. What's going on with you, Becky?
Hi, Tom. Hey, I am shopping for a used vehicle, and I'll be looking in both Colorado Springs and Denver. And I know from your show how important a car inspection is.
Yes.
So I wanted to get recommendations on somebody to inspect the vehicles, either in Colorado Springs, Denver, one in each place.
For the ones in Denver, Sheridan Auto Tech does a pre-buy inspection for about $120. And he's on Colfax and Wadsworth, and he's right here in the studio with us today. And his number is 303-455-7242. That is in Denver. In Colorado Springs, you can go to Honest Accurate Auto. It's
Two
called
locations down there.
Yeah, Honest. Look it up. I don't have time right now, but it's Honest Accurate Auto.
.com.
Okay, .com. I'm Tom Martino, by the way, with Major Marc Mager and all of our guests today. Have a great weekend. Listen to this. You call 303-MARTINO for help, information, and referrals, and we mean it. That's 303-MARTINO. Save all your problems for us.
All right, you're clear, buddy.
Thank
Follow
you.
Tom Martino.
See ya.
Tom Martino. And stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the